Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever time zone you may be in. This is Off the Grid Podcast with Aiden and Jared.
And then not always ask to the truth.
And it's been a while since we've done a podcast, mind you. Last year was kind of a rough year on all of us.
It is 2020. It was 2020, so you guys know, and you all know how that
as of recording, this is the 2nd of January.
2021.
Of 2021. So we are finally in a new year.
Oh, goodness.
Thank goodness. But however, we are not out of the woods yet, but hopefully later on down the year it will improve. Hopefully it'll be a better year all around for everyone.
Yes.
I know a lot of people have been going through a lot of crap, this year, including myself and Aiden. And it's just, Aiden's dealt with a lot. I've dealt with a lot. I mean, you've dealt with your grandpa passing this year. Like, that was on top of COVID and everything,
Still only been 3 months since then.
Right, yeah.
Oh.
So,
Wait, no, it's 4 now, I think.
That feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Huh?
It's not.
No.
Let me just say that.
Yeah. But it's been a rough year.
Glad behind us, though.
What?
Like, glad to have it behind us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So hopefully we're looking at 2020 in the rear view window.
Like the dumpster fire it was.
The dumpster fire it was. And hopefully we can just look back and say, wow, did we miss a year, 2019 to 2021? There was a year in between, right? Nah, forget it. Let's just forget that year ever happened, right?
Yes, sir. So, Joe, as they might know, we're doing a remote podcast this time, right?
Yeah, we're doing a remote podcast, and the reasoning behind that is not because just COVID in general, but COVID specifically is hitting my family.
Yep.
I had COVID back in early November, so I was out for like 1.5 weeks. I was home
out of college.
And it was rough with college. It was in the heart of my semester, and it was difficult to get anything done. I wanted to work on podcasting and gaming videos. We couldn't for like a whole month. And after I had COVID, I was backed up with all sorts of work I had to get done. That's why we didn't get any podcast or gaming videos uploaded. And, I feel bad that we ended the year on a rough note for our channels, but it's just kind of how it worked out. And hopefully 2021, we can really hit the ground running and get content out for you guys. I'm sorry that we couldn't get what we wanted out.
Yeah.
There was so much more I wanted to do last year, and we just never achieved it. Yeah, we just didn't have time either.
Yeah.
It sucks. But like I said, hopefully this year will be better. That's all we can hope for. I mean, we're going to try to keep pushing through,
Yes.
It's been a rough year on all of us, and yeah, so here we go.
With Biden, I don't think it's going to get better.
Yeah, politically, no, it's probably not going to get any better, but the media is certainly going to pretend it's all getting better because, Joe Biden's supposed to heal us all,
He's like Jesus, basically.
He's like Jesus, he's the delusional Jesus, I guess.
Yeah.
Come
on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, but seriously, yeah, that's a podcast for another day.
Yes.
As I've been wanting to say for a long time.
Yes. So, Jared, what are we waiting on right now, right?
Well, this podcast is gonna be very it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna fire us up because this is kind of
talking about the Indians, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the Indians. That's why Aiden and I we're matching today. We got Indians jerseys on.
Yeah.
And if you're an Indians fan, you probably know why we're going to talk about the Indians today.
A little bit late to the party, though, but I mean,
we're a little bit late to the party, mind you. We wanted to get this done right when it came out, but with COVID and all, and my family was sick, I couldn't have Aiden over. Hence why we're doing remote right now. But hopefully we're almost fully recovered here, knock on wood. But
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I just don't want to
Well,
expose. I don't want to expose your family any
yep.
more than it's already been exposed, and I don't want to
Yes.
get you sick because you're immune compromised, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
So,
But
I don't want to put my friend at risk.
absolutely. But so I heard this news at work after I clocked out. But Jared heard this at 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, which is odd because it's a weird time to announce something of this stature, something of this magnitude. I mean, this is something that is groundbreaking for Indians fans. I
Yeah.
mean, for you to hear that and out of nowhere. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they were saying that they were possibly going to do this, but they didn't tell you when, and then
Yeah.
they just kind of dropped the bomb at like 1 or 2 in the morning, you
Ugh,
know.
come on.
And what is it, Aiden?
They're changing the name.
Yep, it's come down to this, and I was afraid that this was going to happen. I mean, back when Chief Wahoo got taken away off of the
I saw it coming.
uniforms, that was the sure sign that we were heading down this path.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm as an Indians fan, I'm really fired up about this,
I'm
and
so mad.
yeah, I mean, dude, this is, and we're gonna go all into this, guys.
Yes.
We're gonna dissect it, and you guys, it's gonna be like science lab here. We're
Yeah.
gonna dissect this pig.
Yes.
Yeah, don't worry, we got you guys. So
Yes. So,
yes,
Jared, before we get started, how do you feel about this personally? Like, just to get that out there, about this change, this name change.
um, I hate this as an Indians fan. First of all, because I've grew up with the Cleveland Indians, obviously, and many of us have. I mean, the team name has been the same since 1915. So it's
Yes.
been how many generations of people?
Over 100
You know,
years.
yeah. So it's not like this is the name recently changed to the Indians. No, many people have grown up with this, like generations of people. And grandpas and great grandpas and great grandmas and all your family that you learned how to be an Indians fan from your family, most
Yep.
likely. Your family said, we love this team,
To
the
take a
Cleveland
word from the
Indians.
left, you're indoctrinated.
Huh?
To take a word from the left, you're indoctrinated.
Yeah. Your parents indoctrinate you into loving this certain baseball team,
Yeah.
and that's who you root for.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you learn to love that team. I mean, there's what else you gotta, it's not like you just pick and choose like, I wonder what baseball team I should like.
Nope.
No, it's just that's what team you like,
Yep. And we're from Ohio,
and
so we'll weapon the Cleveland, weapon it.
yep. So anyways,
Skelly Boy
getting
Document.
in, let's just jump in.
Yes, please.
So the,
Well, let's see where this crap begins, right?
all right. So
This-
as we just said, the Indians announced the name change at about, I don't know exactly what time they announced it, but I saw it at exactly 2 a.m. I was up pretty late that night when I saw it.
And I had a
It had
bad day
like,
at work, and then to end it with that, I mean, I
yeah,
wanted the news, but nope.
yeah. I mean,
On Apple News, and I found it. I'm like, are you serious?
yeah. So here's an official statement from the Indians organization on Twitter. So
Yes.
at Indians on Twitter, the Cleveland Indians today announced our decision to begin the process of changing our team name Indians. Since July, we have conducted an extensive process to learn how our team name affected different constituencies and whether it aligned with our organizational values. As a result of that process, we have decided to move forward with changing the current team name and determining a new non-native American-based name for the franchise. We believe our organization is at its best when we can unify our community and bring people together, and we believe a new name will allow us to do this more fully. Team owner and chairman Paul Dolan said, hearing firsthand the stories and experiences of Native American people, we gained a deep understanding of how tribal communities feel about the team name and the detrimental effects it has on them. We also spoke to local civic leaders who represent diverse populations in our city and who highlighted the negative impact our team name has had on our broader population and on underrepresented groups across our community. I am truly grateful for their engagement and input, which I found enlightening and insightful. When a sports team is aligned with its community, it unlocks the ability to unite people from different backgrounds and bring people together in support of their home team. While Indians will always be a part of our history, it is time to move forward and work to unify our stakeholders and fans through a new name.
Jay, do you
So,
want to share with them so they can see that?
um,
Basically, that statement
I
said.
don't have it queued up, but I
It
just
is
read it.
official.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so
It is
you guys
official.
can look it up later. I didn't queue that one up. You heard me right there. So
Yeah, yeah. Basically, guys, it is official now. So hold
yeah,
on and set it.
yeah. So that's what's your thoughts on that, Aiden?
Well, first of all, I don't know if you know this, Joe, but Terry Francona was on board with it as well.
Yeah, he did mention something about it.
He said that he agreed that it was time for them to change it, which I don't know why.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
you manage the team. You have the power to fight back a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah, but here's the problem though, because if he says something against the name change, they're gonna want to cancel Francona. And the
Yeah.
last thing we need is probably the best manager in all of baseball to be fired.
Yeah.
You know, because that's
It's a crappy situation because as of 2020, going to get worse enough.
yeah,
They have to
it
attack us personally.
yeah,
You
it's
know?
sorry, it was it's unfortunate that Francona can't speak up about it, like, you know, say something against it, but here's the thing, if he said something against it, he would be immediately fired. People would be calling for his resignation, and you know, because they can fire him just like that.
Dolan's
But
got too much power.
the Dolans have too much power to, obviously they're the owners, so they have the right to decide who manages their team.
Yeah.
And you know, if the fans are not happy with Francona, which, you know, I don't think they would be, but there's usually the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right?
And we'll go into that in a little bit, what you mentioned about us not being happy with Francona. We'll go into that in a little bit and one of the other sections that we're going to be talking about. But
But yeah, well, I'm not necessarily upset with Francona, but more the organization itself. Uh,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we'll go into
but
that in a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, Francona, he's kind of stuck in a spot where he has to basically just agree. You know, whether he agrees or disagrees at all, he
His
has to
job.
publicly say, "Okay, yeah, this is a good name change."
Yeah.
You know, even though he might have a different opinion on it. Like if you ask him in private and say, "This is not on record," you know, I'm not going to, you know, release this information to the public, then maybe there would be a different response from
Yeah.
Francona. Like say if you were like Francona's best friend or something,
Yeah.
and you were just having a casual conversation with him, and you know
Evermore.
you've been buddies with Francona for years, you know, and he has a conversation, and you're like, dude, what do you think about this whole name situation with the Indians? He might tell you something different since you're best friends and you know each other well.
I hate it. Yeah.
You know, because it's not like he's talking to like a New York Times reporter or something where he's going to go spill the beans in an article somewhere,
You
you
should
know.
spell the names though.
Yeah, he should, but that would also cause your you know, cause
His job.
Francona his job.
Yep.
So, yeah,
His
so it
job's
could
at
be
stake.
bad.
Yeah. His job's at stake.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Francona fired. And I'll
Mm-mm.
go into that later exactly why I don't want him fired.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so the
Crappy
Indians are
situation.
changing their name, and yeah, that's where we're at today. And so we're gonna go into the next part. We're gonna start talking about is some of the possible names that
The
we
first
might
section.
have.
Oh man. Some of these names are good, some of them aren't. So I mean, This is not gonna be.
Yeah.
Some of the names. Me and Jared were searching this up in the car on our way to plan this thing, and oh man, there you go, guys. You can see it. The power of Zoom, right?
Yeah, Zoom is a very helpful thing right now.
Yes. Oh man. All right.
Obviously, we already talked about how the Indians are changing their name.
No name.
So what's the first one? You probably want to talk about this article, right? Or read it.
Yeah, the Cleveland Spiders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with apologies to the University of Richmond, Spiders is a woefully underused sports team name. In this instance, there's a civic connection. The city's short-lived National League franchise in the late 19th century was known as the Cleveland Spiders. You'll find this one to be a popular option on media social. So, it's a name that already has existed, right, Joe? Before?
Right.
And I guess you did research, and apparently, when they had this name, they didn't have the best season, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty sad record, I would think. I thought it
Yeah.
was. It was probably one of the worst records in all of baseball at the time.
Tell us what it was. You remember off the top of your head?
Let me look it up real quick just for you guys. Because I honestly don't remember what it was, but it wasn't real good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Baseball record. Hold on. Oh, okay. Cleveland Spiders. Okay, they won 20 baseball games the whole entire season.
Jeez.
They lost 134.
Good lord. Oh my gosh.
The Spiders finished in 12th place, last in the NL. After losing 40 of their last 41 games, they had a record of 20 and 134. Their record is still the worst in Major League Baseball history. Dude, that might bring back bad luck. Like if you bring up, I mean, I think that the Spiders has a possible, like a really cool logo opportunity. Like there's some really cool logos that come out of this, but the problem is that it brings back bad luck. You know,
the record, dude. The record.
If you're a big like
stats
fan, or like bad karma and stuff, you might be bringing up some interesting things because you thought maybe Chief Wahoo. Remember they talk about the curse of Chief Wahoo.
Yeah.
And all that, you know.
The team suffered, yeah.
Well, there might be the curse of the Cleveland Spiders here too.
Even worse, they lost 134 games.
Yeah,
that's bad.
That's bad. I would say that's bad.
That's really bad. And guys, let me show you what the new logo might look like, in case you guys don't know. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, Aiden showed me this in the car.
Yeah, hold on. Spiders logo. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. I'll just put it up to the screen and show you guys.
Doing a lot of lookups for you guys right in the middle of our podcast.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were going to be looking this up today, to be honest.
Here it is.
Yeah, it looks like a spider with a C under it, which is kind of like the belly of the spider.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool. I think it is.
Yeah, me too. Here's another alternate logo they could use, which I kind of like this one too.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's an option. Just to show you guys.
Yeah.
So Jody, want to read off the next name?
So the Cleveland Naps.
Yeah.
So Nap LaJoey. I don't know. I probably just butchered his name, but he spent the heart of his legendary career with Cleveland's American League team and was the AL's first true superstar.
Mm-hmm.
His star power was such that, yes, the Cleveland team was named the Naps before it was named the Indians. That means it would indeed be a nod to franchise history to roll the name back to Naps.
Oh, gosh.
Bonus points are awarded since the word also signifies restorative time spent on the couch.
Wow.
So I guess that's a picture. Of
Nap,
do you see me zooming into it?
Yeah. That's him.
So that's a picture of Nap himself in 1913. So wait, so they changed the name in 1915. So that's like 2 years before.
Yep.
They changed the name. Well, that's kind of interesting. That's some history for you guys. I mean, I know
what do you think about that name?
speaking of history, we did a logo history on our very first podcast.
Yeah, which
So if
you
you guys,
can look at. It's literally the very first podcast on our channel, actually.
yeah, so just scroll down to the very bottom and you'll find it.
The Chief Wahoo controversy.
Oh yeah, Chief Wahoo
Wow.
controversy.
So this is a sequel, I guess, to that.
This is the sequel, the official sequel,
Yeah,
and
sequel.
probably the
Yeah.
sequel to end all sequels.
Yeah. Oh, unless they get rid of the team
Yeah,
altogether, which that'd be horrible.
yeah. So
I like this one.
the Fellers,
Yeah.
in keeping with the
Read it and find
franchise
out why.
tradition of naming the team after a player, let's consider the Fellers with a nod to Paul Swiden of the hardball times. For the idea, the name would be, of course, invoke Bob Feller, author of the legendary fastball, the greatest pitcher in franchise history, and a war hero. Yeah, because he went to World War II, I believe, right?
Yep.
Feller is also ordinary
Vernacular.
fellow, and that lends itself to all manner of branding.
Punnery. Dude, let me just say this. He was a hell of a pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Feller, my man.
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand. Like,
He was the greatest pitcher in franchise history, though, so there's something to be said there.
yeah, there's definitely a history to it. I don't know. I just don't like the Cleveland Naps. I'm not real fan. Like, I understand that's a nod to, like, our history as a franchise.
Yeah.
But it seems kind of
just weird.
Like, it don't sound right. That's probably why they changed the name in the first place, is because it just, it just didn't have the ring to it that would be a baseball team,
like the Cleveland Indians does. Yeah,
the Cleveland Indians sounds like a good team name to me.
Yeah,
apparently not for the leftists.
How about the Cleveland Rockers?
Cleveland Rockers.
This is one that I like, actually.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Do you want me to read this one since I like it? So Cleveland is home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So this one is seamless. What did it say? Seamless
enough.
Seamless enough. Guitar bats on the jerseys and all that. Krokus had a couple of solid jams, I think it was called. They're not from Cleveland, but still. As Alyssa pointed out, this was also the name of Cleveland's WNBA franchise from 1987 to 2003. I mean, I don't like that, though. Us being compared to a women's basketball team, I don't like that. But other than that, it looks awesome, though. I can imagine some logos for that.
Yeah, Cleveland Rockers, that sounds like it would be a baseball team name. Like, it would be a really good name.
I may pull up some possible logos then to show you guys, in case you guys want to envision with me, because I have some pictures in my hand. I want to see if they would have the same. Oh, how about this one, Nathan? I mean, Jared. Sorry, I've been doing it all night. How about this one? How's that look?
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be awesome, dude. Yeah. So, Jared, what's the next one?
Next one is Cleveland Crows.
I don't like. What? Joe, just explain this one. What is this?
So it's kind of a weird explanation as to why they wanted to name it this, but it says, note the pleasing alliteration, which I like that. Cleveland Crows, it sounds like it rolls off the tongue.
Easy. It
sounds good. But bird nicknames are to be encouraged, and crows is a neglected avian species when it comes to sports. Iconic. But wait, that's not all. Straight from the pages of Ralph Perkins II, Wildlife Center and Woods Garden of the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, we learned that American crows are abundant in Ohio. Hills be shaken. There are crows in Ohio, so be fitting. Go Crows. Caw, 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 caw.
Can you imagine that as a call, dude? No.
I mean, it's nice, but then but you know what's irritating about it, though, is that it makes me think of the Ravens.
Yep.
And God forbid the Ravens are like the worst team other than the Steelers.
So much, dude.
Because they used to be the Browns, and Art Modell, when he moved the team to Baltimore,
stole them from us.
Yes.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, that's probably. But besides the Steelers, mind you, I hate the Steelers.
We're playing them tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're playing them tomorrow, and I don't know what's going to happen. But
But Ben's out, so
we just hope that we win, okay? Because
Yep.
if we lose to a backup quarterback, that looks pretty bad. It's already bad enough we lost to the Jets, but whatever.
that was horrible.
That was a garbage heap.
Yeah.
Burning pile of trash.
Yes, of
Okay,
turds.
so Cleveland
This one's
Blue
uncreative. This one's
Sox?
just uncreative. There are already so many teams that have named this.
So what's the reasoning? Is just because it'll complete the palette?
Yeah, American Power, the Blue Sox, there's blue in the Cleveland uniform already, so yeah, sure. The goofiness of naming a team Sox is also a baseball mini tradition, which is true. That should be embraced and possibly expanded. Okay, I mean,
So where did they get the Sox kind of name? Is that just
because
like
of the Red
because
Sox, the White Sox, because baseball teams tend to be named that.
is that well also because where did they get that before? Is it just because baseball players like you can see their socks pretty well when they
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. And the next one is
The
like,
Cleveland Cuyahogas.
come on, man.
I'm on MLB Cities. Only Pittsburgh's Monongahela is a cooler river name. The Cuyahoga River runs through Cleveland, and it's also the name of the county Cleveland is in. Is Cleveland the county seat? I would guess so, but I don't feel like looking it up. And that brings back bad memories, which we'll talk about later because there's another name that's mentioned here.
But then the next one is the Cleveland Great Lakers, not to be confused with LA Lakers, so they put great in between.
Come on. Ugh.
Hey, at least we'd be better than the Lakers of LA because we're great, right?
Yeah.
Referring, obviously. Huh?
Like in the last sentence. I mean,
I didn't even see that. I didn't even read that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Dude, I honestly didn't even look at that. I was just looking at the name and talking about it.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Oh, man. So, situating those shores of Lake Erie, basically, that's what it's saying.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Unions. This one would cause some controversy, I think.
Yeah, especially in today's world.
Cleveland became an important hub for the Union side, especially when it came to shipbuilding. Cleveland's population and economic base also boomed during those war years. Also, that side won. But the leftists would be like, nope, that supports a side that, like, it would get into slavery and stuff.
They get too deep into it. Here's the thing though. The Cleveland Unions, to me, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Me neither.
The reasoning behind it is just like many of this cancel culture thing, and which we'll get into later. But just like many of these arguments, they're ridiculous on their face, because you have the left and they like to say, okay, well, we don't like Abraham Lincoln because he had to do with slaves. Okay, but
he freed them.
But do you realize that he was the one that was trying to free the slaves in the first place? Not the one that was. He wasn't like saying go slavery. He wasn't doing that. I mean, like, come on now. We're not. They look far too into it. They're just trying to find a way to make a fuss. Like, there's honestly, if you're a logical human being, which a lot of these people aren't, if they were just would think for themselves, which. I don't understand why they don't, but if they would, maybe they would understand that what they're saying is ridiculous on its face. Because for them, if they see Cleveland Unions, they're going to be like, wait, what does that mean? Civil War? Very good, parents. No. No, it's gonna be Civil War equals slavery. Unions, they had to do with slavery because they were like involved in the war, so therefore we got to cancel it. It equals bad. It's like you got to talk to them in one syllable words. It's ridiculous.
Union is good. Something like that.
Union. Wait, no, you can't even say union because that's two syllables. So they're just you got to talk to them in one syllable. So you got war, bad. Slave. You got to try to figure out how to talk to him in one syllable.
Union equals no slave.
No, equals is 2 syllables. You can't even say that.
Okay, I don't care, man. Okay, come on.
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry.
Cleveland Blues. That's the next one. This was
Oh
actually the
man.
name of the Cleveland Spiders before they were the Spiders. It also invokes those Union ties noted above. Please
Yep.
do know that some buck named Cinders O'Brien played for the Blues.
Cleveland Cinders.
Wham.
I just told you about Cinders O'Brien, so I'm not sure why I'm explaining this one. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then Cleveland Castles.
Ooh. President James Garfield is buried in a mini castle in Cleveland's Lakeview Cemetery, so there's a connection. Also, castles are pretty righteous. And if
Righteous.
the scribe knows what he's talking about, there's no team anywhere known as the castles. Huh.
Another interesting thing is that President Garfield
Go up,
has.
go up a little bit on the page. I don't want him to see that yet.
Oh, my bad.
There we go. No, don't see that too. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Oh
Zoom in
man.
slower.
There we go. There we go.
No, well, interesting note. Garfield, President Garfield, he, if you didn't know, he was the one that founded Hiram College.
Really?
Which, yeah, my girlfriend went. She just graduated, obviously.
Congrats to her.
But yes, Garfield was the one that established the university. Well, it's not a university; it's just called a college. But he established it in around 1850 or so.
Yeah.
But his house is on campus.
Really?
His old house, yeah. It's a beautiful old house on campus. It's really nice.
That's crazy.
I'd like to see inside of it, but they were like remodeling it and all that. They were really fixing it up.
Good lord.
Good lordy.
Good lord.
Anyways, yeah, so that was just a side note there, but
Yeah.
Cleveland Hazards.
Oh.
Which actually, this is kind of interesting, guys. Don't look at the next one yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Cleveland Hazards. I kind of like that one.
Me too.
Reason why I'm a history buff. I absolutely love the Battle of Lake Erie. It was the War of 1812 was a whole war within itself, but there was a battle on the lakes. And Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry led the fight there on Lake Erie. We wouldn't have had parts of Lake Erie if it wasn't for him.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise it would have went to the British. The British would have taken over Lake Erie. So thanks to him and his men out there in that battle, like it's amazing. And there's a big monument for him on Put-in Bay. It's called Perry's Monument out there. It's like a ginormous like lighthouse. It's like it's like amazing. You go up in it and there's a old elevator. It's like a man, like they have to man the elevator, so there's got to be someone in the elevator at all times to like close the door and all that. Like it has like a cage thing that closes,
like Tower of Terror.
Yeah, it's really cool. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's I went on top of it. It's like you can just see like for miles out there on the lake. It's beautiful. But yeah, if you guys just if you guys are in Ohio, go to Put-in Bay. If you haven't been to Put-in Bay, you're missing out. It's yeah, Aiden, you and your family need to take like a weekend just to go to Put-in Bay. You guys would have a blast. There's so much restaurants you can go to eat. Different events in the summer. They have like a pirate fest there, which is absolutely funny. It's so fun because you got people dressed as pirates going around to, even though there was no pirates on Lake Erie, it's just fun,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lake for Pete's sake. There's no pirates,
right?
But it was funny.
That's awesome.
It's just a fun time. And then they have halfway to St. Patty's Day. Like, it's not even St. Patty's Day up there, but they'll have halfway to St. Patty's Day.
Oh man!
Because they want to find a reason to celebrate and drink.
Yep. Basically, why news exists.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh God.
Mind you, let's just ignore this little tidbit right here. The river catching on fire.
Because of
Yeah,
the next
no.
one.
But I do like the Cleveland Hazards. I like the name.
Yes, we do.
But let's not talk about the river catching on fire. And then there's the next name. Cleveland Burning River. That's a horrible name. Who thought that would be a good idea? It's so bad. That doesn't even sound good.
What would the logo even be?
A tire burning down the river? I don't know.
Hold on. Let me look it up really quick because I want to see this.
Is there even a logo for this?
I want to see what people come up with.
Sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Hold on a second.
This is so funny.
I'm gonna show this. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, but I gotta see what's up here. Oh, jeez, dude.
Do you have a picture?
This is of the roller derby team. Look.
Oh my gosh, that's a horrible logo. Like, can you imagine the baseball team having that name or logo?
This is what that would actually happen if you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Why is that a good basis for a team name? I mean,
it's kind of a punch to the mouth, really. It's not a real proud part of our history. Huh?
Or as Joe said, a punch on the balls.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then the Cleveland Buckeyes, no.
We already have Ohio State.
Yeah.
I think there'd be a lot of people that'd be mad about the Cleveland baseball team changing their name to the Buckeyes because there's only room for one Buckeye team in the state, and that's the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah.
So I think they should kind of stay away from that because I feel like there'd be a lot of angry fans out there.
Myself included.
Yeah, so this person on Twitter mentions the Cleveland Buckeyes. So there's a Negro League team from
here we go.
1942 to 50, which is interesting.
Yeah.
The second hat pictured with the red brim is from 48.
Ooh.
And both are awesome hats. Some or the name pays homage to the state and the Negro League team. It's also the 100th anniversary of the Negro Leagues. So that's interesting. So that's probably before like they started integrating
people into
the black baseball players into
Jackie Robinson, you mean?
Yeah, like Jackie Robinson and yeah. So that was probably before all that. I don't know the exact year that they integrated everyone into it, but into one league.
Well, Robinson joined in 42, so probably not long after that.
Yeah, so I've seen those hats before.
Me too.
You know, and I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, oh, that's just an alternate logo. But no, that's not an alternate logo. That's a whole different team.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I really didn't know that. That you learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but like I have nothing against. I'm sure that the left would be perfectly fine with that. But as a fan of Ohio teams in general, I don't think it's a good idea.
No, but the leftists would have a field day with that one.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, oh yes, this is perfect. Change it to that. You know. All right, the Cleveland Dobies. So in keeping that tradition of naming the franchise after a player, why not Hall of Famer Larry Doby, who is the AL's first black player? So on this day in 1947, Larry Doby became the first black player in the American League. Yep. He's a good one for sure.
And that's probably after Robinson did it, because
what Robinson was what you said 42?
No. I think it was actually 47, but he did it before everyone else did. Oh, okay. I don't remember. Actually, guys, let me look it up so I'm not wrong here. Hold on. I'm sorry. He was one of the first black people in sports as a whole. So.
Right. It was groundbreaking either way.
He started on April 15th, 1947.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
April 15th, 1947 was when Robinson started.
All right. So that was all the that rounded out the possible team names.
So what do you think, Jared, about this?
Well, it's kind of interesting. Some of them are nice, some of them are not so attractive names.
No.
Either way, I really don't think that I'm going to root for the whatever team comes out in 2021 or 2022.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
2022, I think.
2022, because I think 2021, which is this year, is the
We're gonna keep
last season for the Indians, which
sad.
is sad and also kind of confuses me on the fact it's like, do I watch this last season of the Cleveland Indians or do I protest and not?
Do it. Do it.
I should
Play
probably
on it.
just watch them because it's like the last season I'll be watching the Cleveland Indians. You know, it's
Forever.
I'm on, dude. I'm honestly probably gonna cry.
Me too.
You know, I honestly I'm feeling kind of choked up now thinking about it.
It just brings like so much personal sentiment, dude. You know?
Yeah,
Oh, it's dude. Jeez.
it
I cried in the middle of
really.
McDonald's, dude. I mean, when I heard about it, all my workers are looking at me like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
You know, dude, I'm gonna try to enjoy next season as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know, I was debating that before the
Dude, what if
podcast.
what if this year's the reason the season we win the World Series though? That'd be awesome.
That'd be one way to go out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would cherish that moment forever. But
Yeah. It sucks though, dude.
it sucks because it's like, oh wow, we're changing the name now. We won the World Series on our last year.
Which is cool.
R.I.P. Cleveland
Rest in
Indians.
peace, Chief Wahoo. Rest in peace.
1915 to 2020.
2022 technically, but yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know how to react, dude. I've only known it as the Indians, quite honestly, with you. If I'm honest.
yeah.
We've had our ups and downs through this whole franchise, and now
That's
it's
107 years of the Cleveland Indians coming to an end.
gone.
Yep.
Gone. Without a second thought on the owner's part. And that's what pisses me off. The Dolans had no second thoughts, it seems like, on this.
Right.
They're going to say they did, but they don't. And we'll talk about this later, but it's all a business to them.
Mm-hmm. And they intend on. They took away our team a little bit at a time, right under our noses.
Yeah. We didn't even know it.
Many of us thought that's never going to happen.
They aren't going to do it.
They wouldn't have the guts to change the team name itself. Or come on, they're just these stupid protesters standing out in front of the baseball stadium. Yeah,
they're trying to bundle them up, but nope.
They really meant it.
It takes a lot of guts.
Meant it.
It takes a lot of guts. I'll say that, but I mean, it sucks.
Hmm.
I'm ever gonna watch Cleveland baseball again.
I'm telling you, dude. After the 2021 season, because that's the official last season for the Indians. I'm going to look for another team to root for.
Root for the Cubs?
I can't.
Why?
They beat us in the World Series. I can't root for.
No, but I mean, they were just as bad as us. They have that kind of connection with us, Just promise me you won't root for the Yankees.
Never, dude. That's stooping down to a whole new level.
Okay, good.
That'll never change. I freaking hate the Yankees.
Good. What about the Royals?
I hate the Yankees.
What about the Oakland A's?
The A's they're a cool team. I have nothing against them.
Who would you root for then? Hey, come over to my side. Let's root for the Diamondbacks together. Arizona.
I don't know yet, dude. I'm gonna put more thought into it,
Yep.
but I've been kind of under the impression or had the thoughts that I'm probably gonna stay within Ohio and root for the Reds.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I do like the Reds logo, like the
It's
mascot with
yeah.
the baseball and the guy with the mustache. It's
Yeah.
actually from like
The
the
reason I chose
1950s.
Arizona, guys, is because I used to live in Arizona for like a
Yeah,
year.
a year. Okay,
Yeah. And we hung out in the pool and I almost caught a home run ball in the pool, which is
nice.
kind of cool. Someone caught it before I did. I landed in the pool and I went trying to splash around to get it, but they got it before I did.
Oh,
So
that sucks.
yeah,
Think that they would give it to a kid.
yeah. But dude, let me tell you, that stadium was awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
And it has a pool outside, and it's freaking awesome. Since it's always warm in Arizona, you don't have to worry about raining and stuff.
right.
It was
Well,
pretty
I
cool.
mean,
So that's why I'm rooting for them.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm rooting for the Reds because I want to stay within Ohio. And also it's like, hey, I'm the Trevor Bauer's over there. I used to like him as a pitcher and on the Indians.
Before his idiotic decision to cut his finger.
Well, no, even after that, he was like, he's still a good pitcher. He just made a bad decision a really bad decision to be playing with a drone before a big game in the
Well,
World
we'll talk
Series. Like,
about the whole franchise as a whole later and why we think it's been leading up for a while to
yeah.
this.
But yeah, so anyways, that's kind of like my idea with what team I'm going to root for.
Yeah.
Um,
I might
you
not
know,
even root for a baseball team again, dude, to be honest.
I still love baseball, so
I love baseball, but I might just love the sport from now on. I mean, I don't. It's whipped everything out of me, to be honest with you.
yep.
I don't know who else to root for.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
all
even questioning the Diamondbacks because the Indians are all I've been really following.
yeah, it's going to be really confusing trying to figure out like who do we root for?
Don't
How are
root
we
for
going to
anyone.
how are we going to watch the teams that we root for, because that's another thing too, because you can't get the Diamondbacks on your TV all the time
Yeah.
unless
Well,
you like
on YouTube, I guess. I mean, yeah.
unless you subscribe to like which you got to pay extra money to get those channels that you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
So, that's also a consideration that you have to think
I
about.
I might still watch them because they're Cleveland, but I'm not gonna get as much enjoyment out of it as I used to.
I'm not going to give any money towards this new franchise. Honestly, I kind of hope
Die?
that they just go bankrupt, run out of
Really?
money.
Are you serious?
I'm that evil, dude. I don't give a crap anymore. That they took away my team. That's what
Yeah.
they deserve. They deserve to go bankrupt. They've been
Yeah.
losing money for how many years now?
And we'll talk about that later.
Or
How they've
supposedly losing money. We don't even know for
been,
sure.
and we'll talk about later how the franchise is going down the tank. It has been.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get into some of what the Dolans have been up to.
Yeah. Oh,
What
that
what
now it's time to get really fired up because
this is getting into the meat and potatoes of our podcast tonight. We're going to be talking about some of like throughout the years what's going on with the team. So let's bring that up, shall we?
it's now team history. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Oh man. And Jed, if you want to read this, you can, and I'll just be following along with you because I know you'll get passionate about this. And to be honest, you followed them more closely than I have. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can win. You can read this if you want, and then you can make
So
statements.
so
I can't see it.
you can't see it?
Try
Oh,
one more time. That's the share screen thing.
you can't see my screen at all.
I can see WKRC, but you might not have scrolled down.
Can you see when I zoom in?
It's all black.
What? Let
What
me try.
happened?
I'm sharing it.
Try one more time and see if it works.
Okay, hold on.
One more time.
Can you see anything?
No, but I have a put up on my phone, so
I'm
I have a put up on
sorry.
my phone.
Hopefully you guys can see it then. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think they can.
Well, I'll just read what is. Well, now I can't see anything, to be honest. I'm not let me try reloading the page. I can't even see it myself. It was like too zoomed in or something because I couldn't see anything. Well, sorry you can't see it. I don't know what you guys can see when the video is playing back. So if you guys can't see it, I'm sorry. There's only so much I can do with Zoom, but
Yes, it's remote,
um,
so I mean, that's not. This
we're
stuff
we're
kind of
kind of
happens.
we're kind of putting up with what we have right
Whatever.
now.
Yes.
So I'm not going to read the whole article just because it kind of just reiterates what we already discussed, like
You
the
can go
Indians
back
changing.
to the normal screen then if you want, since they can't
So
even.
so the Indians. Well, I got to see it. So
Oh, okay.
um, and I don't know, they might be able to see it. So, anyways,
Yeah.
um, so WKYC Channel 3, which is up in Cleveland, so it's a local station. Uh, they say the buck-toothed, red-faced Chief Wahoo, viewed as wildly racist, made his final appearance in 2018, but protests against the team name have persisted. And jumping off of that, I remember when they said that, well, when the Indians announced they're getting rid of Chief Wahoo officially,
Yep.
because they were trying to phase him out before.
Oh yeah.
Because
For 50 years.
what the Indians did, I believe, it doesn't say in the article here, which is kind of irritating that they don't have everything here, but um, which is kind of important. You think that they'd put it in, but I believe in like it was like 2012 or 2011, they removed Chief Wahoo as the primary logo, and they made the Block C the primary logo. So that was what it started out as first. It started out as let's move
Still
Chief
having him as a logo,
Wahoo.
but not the primary.
Yeah, let's move him to the secondary logo. He's still there, but we're gonna make the Block C the primary one.
Which sucks.
Which I don't have like such a problem with that because Chief Wahoo
I
was
do.
still on the uniforms and stuff.
I did. I want to see that on the hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I want to see it on the hat too. However, they were trying to please these activists that are out there protesting, at every game or so. Which I don't know if they're out there every game to be sure because I don't go to every game,
I bet they're
but
gonna be still out there trying to find something to get.
I thought they were only there on opening day or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
very
that's what I
important
heard.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Yeah,
because that's a lot of work if you're going to be out there every single game.
I think it is every opening day though. Yeah, because that's when the
Okay,
most people come.
right,
It
yeah.
makes sense.
So over the summer, national protests over racial injustice sparked a renewed interest in seriously considering a name change, especially following the Washington football team's decision to retire the Redskins name they had so long used.
Which we'll talk about that too.
People are becoming hyper aware of racism toward the black community, and now, thankfully, as it applies to Native Americans, said activist Josh Hunt.
That doesn't even sound like a Native American name. I mean, why? Why are you protesting?
Well, here's a little bit of history on Indians and Native Americans and all this lingo that we use to describe, a certain group of people. Well, when the Westerners started to move over to the New World, they thought that they landed in India.
Yeah,
They didn't know that this was another continent. They didn't know that this was
and undiscovered.
they didn't know this was North America that they landed in.
Hmm.
They thought that they landed in India because they were like trying to expand the spice trade. It all had to do with trade. They were trying to, get to a certain area. They ended up accidentally stumbling upon North America.
Yeah,
And so then they saw these native people and they
Columbus
called
got
them
it that way.
Indians. They called them Indians
Yeah,
because they thought they were from India.
yeah,
They honestly thought
which
that
makes
they
sense.
landed in India, which makes sense why we call them Indians.
Indians. Yep, because they thought they were from India. Yep.
Yep.
Wait, that was Columbus, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're
Hmm.
told, anyways.
Yeah.
Um, dun dun dun. There's a little bit of a plot twist there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the backstory of like why we call there's like some people are confused, like why do we call them Native Americans or indigenous people or Indians? It's like, why is there 3 different names?
Yep,
Well, that's
that's why
because originally it was called Indians because
they thought they landed in India.
yeah, they thought they
Yep.
landed in India, which is kind of interesting, kind of funny, you know.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the Indians face a tough decision ahead. However, considering the history associated with their long used name, Indians go back more than 100 years, which 106 or 107 to be exact,
Yep.
and is believed to have been a nod to a legendary Cleveland Spiders native or Cleveland Spiders player of Native American descent, Louis Sockalexis.
So it's an honor then, basically.
Yeah, despite the
Honor
name's history, a groundswell of support for a change has recently come in from within the Northeast Ohio community. So there's a point too that I forgot to talk to Aiden about before we started, you know,
We can go back
recording
into
this
full screen.
podcast. You know,
'Cause-
let's
yeah.
let's go back into this because here's the thing. We're talking about, this isn't it wasn't aimed to be a racist thing.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
and we're going to talk more about why the name shouldn't change later on in the podcast because we got a lot of things to talk about. But since we're on the subject now, I forgot about the Sock Alexis guy. He's a Native American. He actually played baseball. He played for us.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing as changing it to the Cleveland Fellers.
Yep.
Or the Cleveland Dobies,
The Cleveland Sox Alexas or something like that. Yeah, like
Yeah, it's like, so it's an honor. But again, what have I said like just a couple minutes ago? I was talking about how the left tends to look at things a little too closely.
too deep. Yes.
They look at too deep, but then they miss the important facts.
Yep. On purpose.
How can they miss these things? Like how we're trying to honor the Native Americans by naming the team after the guy that
played for us.
But played for us. It would be the exact same thing as naming it like the Cleveland Dobies or the Cleveland Fellers.
Yeah. And yet they have a problem with it.
Yeah. Especially because you get a lot. In my opinion, it's not like 100% confirmed, but I'm pretty sure most of these people that are causing this trouble are white liberals who do nothing but complain. Like I said, I might have said it on a previous podcast somewhere down the line. I don't know if I said it during our first podcast, probably not. But anyways, I talked to Aiden before about it, and I said I saw a interview on TV they were talking about the Cleveland Indians, and then there was like this guy on there that was like in front of the stadium. They're interviewing about like possibly changing the name or something. He's like, yeah, I think this is like really offensive to Native Americans. This is like it should be changed. And it was like he was like a white gay man.
The gayest voice you could ever hear.
Yeah, nothing against gay people here, but what I'm saying is that he's white and gay. He's like the whitest he could get. He's pale.
And I don't know what it was like. Yeah.
It's like you don't look Native American to me. I'm sorry. It's like Pocahontas, It's like
baseball,
with what's her face in Congress? Pocahontas.
Oh gosh.
She's not even, Native American, but she claims she was, and then her genealogy or whatever came back and it said that she wasn't Native American at all.
Native American or some crap, and then she takes that as like a
she's like take it like, hey, I'm Native American. Okay, how much? 1%. That's not Native American.
To use one of their own terms against them. 1%.
The 1%. That's funny. Oh my God, dude. Like, it's just, it's funny because that's one important fact there. If more people would realize that.
Listen to this. The MLB listens to the screamers, not the majority.
Or like how it's famously said, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Yeah.
Not the one that is chugging along perfectly fine. The wheel that's spinning, it don't get no oil. It's perfectly fine. It's not making any noise. But the one that's squeaking, we got to fix that right away.
Bullcrap.
That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Here's my evil face.
Yeah, so yeah, anyways, the Dolans, they've been slowly taking away our team as the years have gone. It's been maybe 10 to 15 years they've been slowly taking away our franchise right from under us.
It has been a slow burn.
It's been a slow burn. They were trying to please the squeaky wheel throughout the years.
Yeah.
But it wasn't doing enough. They just asked for more. They were like,
more,
so you moved the logo to secondary. That's not enough. You got to get rid of Wahoo completely. Okay, so several years passed. Then they're like, okay,
we'll get rid of Wahoo.
2018, we'll finally remove Wahoo from the jersey and all that. But we're going to still use them to make money.
Yeah.
Because guess what?
Which first of all, why?
Dude, guess what? Chief Wahoo is popular.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? People are not that offended by it. If they're buying the logo on a shirt or on a hat, it's not that offensive.
Show me your hat. Show me your hat. I mean, come on now.
Look here. I'm wearing it right now. Cancel me all you want. I'm still going to be on YouTube. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
We're conservatives. Okay.
Yes.
YouTube is not the biggest fan of conservatives. I understand that. I get it. But what I don't like is you stopping my views from getting out there.
Yes.
We're in America. Remember that.
This is bullcrap.
This is a public service announcement to all of you. This is a little PSA to all of you liberals that run YouTube. Okay?
All you jackass that think the snowflakes.
Yeah, remember you snowflake. Whoever's watching this video that thinks that your views are better than ours. How about, listen, I respect your views. Yes. I respect that you think that, our team is racist, whatever, that America's racist. I understand where you're coming from, okay?
If that's destiny and all that crap, I mean.
I honestly do, and I will, I don't agree with.
I will listen. I won't agree, but I'll listen.
Yeah, I'll listen to your views. But what I'm not going to do is block your views from other people from seeing them.
Doing us, yeah.
Because listen,
Facebook and Twitter's been doing it.
Yeah, Facebook and Twitter. This is mostly aimed at Facebook and Twitter, but yes, YouTube is
they do this,
just as guilty as those two.
Not as much.
Yeah, but there's certainly some evidence of it, especially with Crowder and Shapiro.
Oh yeah.
But yes, they're blocking people from seeing multiple views of the story.
Yes.
And they're only allowed to see the liberal side, which means that people can't form their own decisions based off of what they hear. That's basically if your parents trapped you in your room and they only fed you information, you had no access to internet or anything like that.
Dude, this is 1984.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
America is becoming that way, and it's not good.
Let me find it. Hold on. Let me find it.
You have the book itself?
Right here. Mm-hmm. Right there. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm. And to all you liberals out there who run YouTube, run Facebook, and Twitter, you guys need to stop. You guys need to allow...
And plus, 2020 has been bad enough. We don't need you guys to make it worse.
Yeah, i.e. the election. Look at that as an example. We couldn't see information on Hunter Biden. Why? Because you guys blocked it.
You shut it down.
The New York Post was blocked on the New York Post. Dude, the New York Post was blocked on Twitter.
Yeah.
They couldn't post anything from their news
organization. That's not even mentioning what they did to Trump. They didn't shut down his Twitter, but they said
they put little flags on his stuff.
Yeah. This fact is disputed. What bull crap? You know dang well that it's white.
Why does Twitter and Facebook feel like they have to regulate what we see?
Because they're big tech and they can get away with it. That's why.
which is reason why I want to move away from it.
But yet we can't, because that's our only way to get views. It's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of which, guys, that ended my public service announcement
First
for
of all,
Facebook, Twitter,
that's an
and
idea for another
YouTube.
podcast. We got to do that soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about big tech and stuff. That should be our next podcast because we got a lot to get off our chest, and that's another thing that's on our minds lately.
Yeah,
especially over the past several months.
Oh yeah.
But listen, I was thinking, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. I was thinking of what the new popular social media application is, Parler, which Aiden, I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, what is this?
It's a new social media platform that popped up like within several months or so.
Conservatives
yeah, all the conservatives are moving over to Parler.
Really?
And Parler, like, their whole facility was blown, like, mind blown. They're like, what's going on? We got all these people moving over to our platform. They were trying to keep up. They're like, oh, crap, our system can't handle this. And they were, like, they're scrambling to try to figure out what to do.
I mean we got to get away then, because from the way it seems, we got to be using the dark web. I mean, Facebook and Twitter are such a grip.
I'm thinking because Sean Hannity himself is on Parler.
Yeah,
dude. I mean, like, we need to open up a page there on Parler.
Yes.
Off the Grid podcast. We're moving to Parler. Let me know what you guys think.
Anymore because this is bullcrap. I mean, we'll probably post this video on there and on Twitter just to get it out there. But
yeah, we're gonna remain on Facebook and Twitter for all you family members that we stay in contact with on Facebook. Yeah. But and Twitter,
and for the fans that actually like us on there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna try to expand our audience out because I feel
we should go to Discord too.
Maybe, yeah. We'll look at it, but
maybe that's not an option. I mean, because I know Discord's a gaming thing. Speaking of, we gotta move our gaming thing to Discord too. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
that feels like what we have to do though, because Facebook and Twitter has such a grip.
Exactly.
On information.
Yeah, and I feel like our content is not getting out there. I feel like it stalls.
For a reason.
I feel like I've had that feeling for maybe a year or two where it's like when we post our content on Facebook, it doesn't get any views.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I understand
you have to pay to boost your post. What the heck is that?
And then you're just gonna like filter it more once I pay. Like, I'm just here's $20.
More power? I don't think so.
I don't think I'm giving you any more damn money.
You can stay at the club and get all the attention you want. I ain't paying you a single cent.
Yeah, you can keep you can all you liberals can stay on Facebook, but our company is moving over to we're off the grid now. We're moving to Parler.
Hey, cheers. Let's do that right now. Oh yeah, buddy.
So I'm gonna be working on that on the next couple of days.
Yeah. Good idea, Judd. Really good idea.
So I'll be announcing that on our Facebook page and Twitter.
Well, ironic, but
it's ironic, but we're gonna try pulling as many of you guys over. You guys need to go to Parler.
You guys are our fan base. Our fan base right now. To you guys, a PSA. You guys are our fighters. You fight with us. You're our army. We need you to stand with us.
Yes.
We need you to stand with us on this.
Support us as we move over. We'll see what type of reactions we get out of using Parler. Hopefully, maybe we can grow our audience out once we move over. I don't know. Maybe, dude, we might see a difference. I mean,
I hope so.
I hope we see if we see a difference between our interactions on Parler and Facebook, then we know for sure. Then we know for sure something's going on.
Yes.
Yeah, which will be. We'll do a whole like little video podcast on it. We'll talk about it and say like, oh, look at the information we found off of this,
Yeah.
Just a fun little it might be like a 12-minute video, just of us discussing.
On YouTube though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just and post it to our Parler page and just look at this, guys. I mean, this is just outstanding. So
anyway, though, back to the Indians, right? I mean,
yeah. So, anyways, we got off track a little bit, guys. But we're just getting excited. We're glad to be back at the mic. Aiden's not exactly at the same mic as me, but he's at his house.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, me too,
Yeah.
dude. Hopefully this year we're gonna try to really hit a record this year with how much we upload and stuff.
Oh no!
What?
We didn't do our funny moments for last year.
We didn't have enough funny moments, dude.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Not at
No,
all.
not enough
Freaking
moments.
COVID ruined that for us.
Yeah, we could have had more stuff, but
Yeah.
by the way, thank you guys though for subscribing to our channel. We do have
Yes.
28 subscribers so
Almost
far.
30. Wow.
Almost 30. Please do subscribe because we want to hit 30. Okay.
Yes.
Like that's a
We might have a
big
celebration. We might have a celebration if we hit it. So
yeah, we
maybe.
might honestly do something, but I guess you'll find out once we get to
Yeah.
30 what happens.
Yeah.
We're not gonna release any information on that. So zip. Nothing. I mean, no information is getting out. I know I like to spill the beans a lot, but
Me
I'm not
too.
gonna spill the beans this time. I can't hold secrets. Those are some beans, all right. All right, so
Anyway.
anyways, guys, let's get back on track. I'm sorry.
Yes, please.
Okay, so not only do the Indians slowly take away the owners, Paul Dolan, he slowly takes away the team name and everything.
Yeah.
But also Donald Trump commented on our team on
That's when you
Twitter.
know it's gotten bad.
That's when you know that it's gotten some attention.
And not bad in the way that he's commenting on it. Bad in the way that how do I put it? Bad in the way that he has to even get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
absolutely nothing against Trump. I freaking love the guy. So
yeah, so let me pull up.
yeah. What does it say? I want to see what this says.
Let me try to pull it up, guys. Excuse me. I just keep
Oh, jeez.
just keep hiccuping, and it's like, God,
If,
please stop.
if the share screen works, yeah.
Can you see anything?
I can see. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Try to switch it and see if it.
All right, so wait, can you see it right now? Do you see me typing?
Everything with the search bar under. I can't see.
Wait, search bar under?
I'm a date from the search bar under. I can't see.
Wow, so you only see
black.
the search bar?
Yeah, maybe that's just me. So we should keep it on there just in case. But
Wow, okay. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of
it's just the way.
well, the audience might be able to see it because I'm recording off of my screen.
We'll keep it up. Yeah, we'll keep it up just in case.
So I'm pretty sure you guys can see it then. That would make the most sense. So
I'll just post it.
Yeah, let me try to pull this up. I had it up. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I closed it. I just need to log in. Go to Google Docs. Like, why is there a different?
Come on now.
Not under off the grid. It's actually under my personal account.
Yeah. She's saying I'm supposed to. Oh.
Oh shoot. Okay, so you guys can. This is our notes for the podcast, guys. But
yeah.
I
have it on my phone too.
Unfortunately, Aiden can't see it, but I'm pretty sure you guys can. Aiden's looking at it off his phone. But here, you guys, as you can see on the screen, it says Trump was saying, "Oh no, what is going on? This is not good news, even for Indians. Cancel culture at work."
Yeah.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And then you got a
Cleveland Indians jersey.
Cleveland Indians dropping controversial team name. Cleveland Indians are dropping their controversial nickname, according to a report. Following in the footsteps of the Washington football team, Cleveland will remove the Indians'
Monica.
Monica man.
Bull crap. Bull.
Yeah.
Crap. Dude, and this is something else I just thought of. How many ticket sales are going to fall because of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
going to fall. People are going to be canceling season tickets and stuff, dude.
Yep.
Paul Dolan, dude, you this wasn't not a wise choice for you. From an economic standpoint as well.
Yep. That was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're gonna talk about
this.
We're gonna talk about that later on too, about the financial situation, but I promise, guys, we're getting to that. We're just kind of going through the motions here. We got stuff that we're talking about, but here's the interesting part, the fun part of tonight's podcast.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about why the team name should stay the Indians.
Yes.
And obviously we have the list here, but we'll start out with what we already mentioned. It was named after a Native American.
Yeah. Yep.
Who played for us, mind you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Luis was his name. Yep.
Luis, yeah. So
Lewis, I don't know which.
Lewis, probably Lewis.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. Sounds better.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it's an honor. You shouldn't get rid of that. I mean, come on now.
I don't see a problem with it, to be honest.
And as we mentioned in the first podcast I made about this, when we looked at the logo, for example, we didn't see it as racist.
Yeah.
Says he didn't even hear about it on the radio station. He didn't know.
Right.
This world is way too politically correct, dude. I hate it so much.
I know. It's gotten to the point where we have to fight against it.
Well, we'll mention this later on, too, because we got some good points in this. So let's just bring out some good points in this, and it will... The very first point that we have on this list, we'll be talking about it. So
go ahead, Aiden. You can start reading.
Power, right? Mm-hmm. So what is this? Let's just get into this. The thing I'm thinking of right now is the NBA. I mean, with how they'll have the freaking BLM logo on the side of the court.
Yeah, and many people have discussed this similar topic to what we're talking about. They say that, people are just trying to get away from the politics of the world.
Yes, they want to escape.
Right, because all we hear 24/7 is Trump, 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 bad orange man, Trump, 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 BLM, and then Trump, 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 protests. And it's like, it's wearing on people. Yep. And I honestly think that that's the reason. That was the whole devious plan by the left, was to get the election in their favor, because they're like, let's try to burn out Americans with all news Trump. So we're going to talk about Trump 24/7, and then Americans are going to be so sick and tired of hearing about Trump that they're going to be like, okay, let's vote Biden in, because he's going to be a silent old man that sits in his basement or sits in the basement of the White House and doesn't do anything,
Are you gonna suck his, you know what, dude? I'm sorry to put it up that vulgar.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, yeah.
Well, Harris says more accurately, but
what? Oh no!
But before killing him and taking over a spot.
Oh, yeah. Have a little pleasure time.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. But yeah, it really does give the left power. That
yes,
you're just basically giving them more reasoning behind their madness, the reasoning behind what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how you could agree with the way they go about this, because their cancel culture is a real thing, and the left has embraced it, but they didn't embrace it to the point where they say it's real. They pretend it's not. They're like, oh, okay, no, cancel culture, that's not
trying to do what's good for the world.
Yeah. They think that it's the right thing to do, to get rid of, the Washington Redskins name. Or
fact for you, I thought what he was doing was good too. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so just remember, the history about it, all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it also erases Native American culture,
like we just said with the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude. That's counterintuitive.
Yeah, and okay, so looking at it from a leftist perspective, okay, so I'd be asking them this, okay, well, if you are if you want to get rid of the Indians name, why though? Because I thought you said that America was suppressing the Native Americans for all like hundreds of years.
Why would you want to further
And
that?
why would you want to further that? Isn't that suppressing more? Because you're kind
Yeah,
of like pushing them in the backlight on the back burner,
yeah,
because even though they're part of America just as much as we are, you know, and they should be, brought to the forefront of you know, of America, because that makes America. That's part of
yeah.
America, right?
We have done awful things to them too. I mean, I'm not denying that.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, sorry, I almost knocked
Oh,
that over. We're not. We're not denying that America did bad things to the Native
trail of tears.
Americans, and killed many Native Americans, and kicked them off their native lands and all that. But what I'm saying is, it's like you're just furthering the hate against them.
Yeah, the hatred. Yep, the divide.
Yeah, you're furthering
And you don't
the
even know you're
divide.
doing it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Aiden. Furthering
Yeah,
the divide.
yeah,
And you got people like Joe Biden who want to bring America back together, supposedly. But how are you going to do that when he's the reason why him and Obama are the reasons why America is divided? Trump didn't divide America. He didn't ruin American politics like everyone thinks he did. That was Obama. That started with Obama.
yeah. And yet he takes credit for making the country better. Excuse me.
I'm
No.
sorry, you were part of the reason why America started going down the drain.
Obamacare? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh man.
To use a term against him, his own term.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And that's Joe's ringtone too.
yeah, come on, man. I had to work for that ringtone, mind you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, to work for it. Something they would not like.
yeah, they wanted to give you that ringtone because
Yeah.
I want you, Clark. I want to get something real nice. Bingo.
Okay, Grinch. Okay, Grinch. That's what that sounded like.
Yeah. Um.
Mm.
But yeah, so like we said, the Indians name, the team is named after
A player.
of a player, and he's of Native American descent.
Yeah.
That would be erasing all that heritage there. Because again, he's Native American. It's not like it was named the Cleveland Indians to be derogatory in any way.
Right.
Now,
With
one
Washington, it's different.
Washington's different, and
I can
that's
see
kind of, I can see where that could be kind of racist. Now,
Redskin is a derogatory term.
yeah, derogatory term.
And to anyone who's watching from Washington, we're not trying to say, "Oh, our team shouldn't deserve it just because it's our city."
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the
No.
perspective as, I'm not a Cleveland Indian fan or Redskins fan. I'm just looking at it from a logical perspective, like most of us should be looking at it from. But,
Liberals, this is to you.
yeah, this is a target towards you liberals. You should be looking at it from a logical perspective,
Which
but
is
you
funny
don't.
because they say they're all about science and logic, but yet,
Yeah, yet they ignore science, like with, babies and all that. They kill
yeah.
babies and stuff.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's that topic. But then there's another thing on why the team name should stay the Indians. People are told how to feel.
Dude, oh man.
This is so true.
Yeah. More than just team sports names. Joe, you have a rant to do, don't you, on this?
Mm-hmm.
This is just, how is this going to satisfy them? It's adding more fuel to the fire.
Yeah, they just ask for more every time. You can never
Yeah.
please them. Just like how you can never please every customer that comes into a store. Say if you work at a grocery store or something, you cannot please every customer. You can
Yeah.
try, but you're not going to please them. There's always going to be someone complaining.
Just had a confrontation yesterday with someone in the drive-thru. I mean, come on. The dude got out of his car and walked through the drive-thru line. I mean,
Wow.
you can't please them all.
Yeah, you can give them all the free coupons you want for a McDonald's burger, but you're still going to get people that are going to be upset.
Yeah.
They'll be complaining about the free food, mind you.
No.
Yeah, but seriously, you can't please everyone, but people are told how to feel. There's some people that don't even think about some of these issues that we are facing today, like
Neither do
the
they care.
Black Lives Matter. That's a good example of it, especially when you got people out there protesting on the streets. They tearing down statues. Well, Abraham Lincoln was there before.
We do have a podcast about that, by the way.
Yeah, so why were you tearing down the statue now? Well, now people are starting to realize, okay, that could be racist, So they're thinking, let's go out and do it now. But guess what? They were told that it was racist.
Yeah,
So
they don't
that's
have
why they feel like they should go out there and start, joining in with them, because they were told that, hey, you should be upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of thinking for themselves, like what I was saying, you got to think logically here. Think for yourself. You need to have a conscience. So these people don't have them.
They don't even
And
have a brain.
it's like, if I only had a brain.
Brain,
Yeah, well,
yes, so skillful, yes. My guy.
yeah, if they only had a brain. If the liberals had a brain.
Had a brain.
We can make a whole parody on that. If the liberals had a brain.
We should. I mean, I like music. Maybe I should make a cover.
We should just do it. I'm in with video production. Let's do this.
Let's do Kevin, please.
Yeah,
Be
let's
awesome.
write that down as a possible project for
Yes.
if the liberals had a brain. I love it. So
guys, I do want to do a cover soon on my music channel. I'm thinking a joke could help with that.
yeah, we can discuss that towards the end.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
So next, why the team name should stay the Indians? Personal sentiment.
Joe, you have a story to tell, don't you, about this?
Yeah, and if you guys aren't aware, I said it before on a previous podcast.
The Chief Wahoo one.
More specifically on the Chief Wahoo one. So go check that out if you haven't. It's very raw, mind you. The podcast was our first one, and you know we
the audio was not the greatest.
Yeah, the audio was not the greatest. But yeah, if you guys want to check out our first podcast, it's one of our most popular ones, mind you.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because it's the rawest one we had, but a lot of people listen to it.
Views, I mean.
Yeah, a lot of people listen to it. So
yeah.
And they continuously do, because I keep up with the demographics and all that, and with the numbers, and there's people still watching it, so it's not dead. It's still it's getting more views than some of our recent ones. So that's crazy. But anyways, my personal story on it, I have a personal connection with it. My grandpa, he passed away in 2006.
Yeah.
And so I was little when he passed away. And I was actually out of the country when he passed away. And it was hard on me to be away from him. He died of cancer. And cancer kills, man. It's
a bastard.
Yeah, cancer is a bastard. It really is.
Yeah.
And it was tough on me that year, and I wish to this day I still wish I was there with him when he passed away, because I regret being in the Bahamas at the time, but there was nothing I could do about it. I was too young. My mom and dad wouldn't have left me in Ohio during this time, because we were moving there and all that. And it was tough on me. But my grandpa, he was a big Cleveland Indians fan, and he would always have the game on, and he would sit with me and watch the game. And we used to have this huge Chief Wahoo steak that would go in the ground, outside the house.
Whatever.
Huh?
You guys had a clubhouse or whatever?
Yeah, we would build a clubhouse in the backyard. We put the Chief Wahoo in the ground, right in front of it, just for decoration.
Yeah.
And even though I was too young to really understand baseball at the time, I didn't understand much about it, about the game or anything, but I fell in love with baseball because my grandpa had that logo, that Chief Wahoo logo.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that looks cool.
That looks cool. I like that character,
Mhm.
and I kind of fell in love with the Cleveland Indians at that point.
Yeah.
And that has a personal connection to me. I wish I still had that yard stake, the Cleveland Indians logo.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I still had that, but I think it
It's
got
still
thrown
upset.
out because it was, eventually
Well,
it got too old because it's made out of wood, mind you.
yeah.
So it's going to decay. But I wish, I still had it because I would cherish that.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I would have it in a safe place.
Mm.
I would keep it out of the elements, obviously, but
Mm.
but it makes me sad thinking about it, and all that time spent with my grandpa, it's like, gone away.
Mm. I know how you feel, dude. Trust me.
So it's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
My team is gone,
Yeah.
and I just can't
Dude,
imagine.
let me tell you this, dude. When I came out of my mom's, you know what? Guess what was on the hospital TV?
Cleveland Indians.
Yep. Yep. It hurts, dude. It does. And my grandpa, too, dude. He loved baseball. I went to the games with him, dude. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same for you. I mean, I went to the games. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He was there when I was at the Akron Rubber Ducks game and stuff. I mean, obviously the affiliate, but I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, personal for me too, dude. So,
Double A team.
as you guys can see, this is not just a logo for us, and not just a name. This hits hard, you know.
Yeah.
And to top it all off with like everything that's happened in 2020 so far, well, guess what? We're gonna fuck you up even more. We'll take away the name.
And that's why I honestly think, with everything that's affected me personally in 2020, and how I grew up with the Cleveland Indians baseball team, I say
Yes.
screw you, Dolan. Screw
Yes.
you.
You
From
know
a
what?
Yeah,
Yep.
giving the middle finger from a fan.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I you know, I honestly hope
this
that
makes
all
me
the
really mad.
I
Actually, this
hope
makes me
that
sad and mad.
and it makes me mad that some of these fans are going to still root for this whatever team comes out of this.
I mean,
Like, how can you? I mean, I understand some
it
of
should be.
these.
I mean, because I mentioned it too, still winning because of the city. But now I'm like, you know what? Should I? I mean,
I'm not.
it's
I'm
not my
done.
team anymore.
I'm.
That's your point. Then it's not our team anymore. Is what you're trying to say
Yeah.
here, right?
It has no sentimental value,
Yep. Yep.
and
Whipped it.
that's
Dolan, he whipped it right out of our soul.
yeah. I feel heartbroken. You know, I. I honestly, next season I'm gonna cry, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm already tearing up. I saw you, and it hasn't even happened yet.
I know.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm gonna
It's just
say bye
it's been on
to.
for 100 years, and it's gone. It's gone. The left. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You
Thank
fucking
you for ruining sports and everything that I know and love.
yeah.
Because if that was your goal,
You fucking
congratulations, you did it.
yeah. You fucking did it.
That's why I'm done. I'm sticking to my guns, and I'm not gonna be a Cleveland baseball fan.
A
I'm
Cleveland fan, yes, but a Cleveland baseball fan, no.
I'm gonna always be a Cleveland Indians baseball fan. But
That's it.
whatever they change their name to, I'm not gonna root for that team. You
I'm
can
gonna
count
watch
me
the
out.
I'm gonna watch the old 1990s videos of Jim Thome hitting homers and all that. Reflect.
Yeah, I'm gonna reflect on the good old days.
Reflect on the 2018 season when I don't know if that's when it was, but when we made it to 22 wins.
Yep.
When Tyler Naquin hit that inside the park homer.
I mean, that was probably one of the best plays I've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
like in person or on TV,
Or when you were at the game, what was his name? Sweeney hit that homer.
Swisher.
Yeah, Swisher. I'm sorry, Swisher. Yeah,
Yeah.
hit that grand slam.
That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, like those memories are ingrained in my brain,
Yes.
All those memories that I built with my grandpa and
And even though we lost Game 7, still an amazing game to watch.
My grandpa is rolling around in his grave right now.
Yeah,
Like
same with my grandpa, dude. He was a liberal too, but that's the one difference that's the one thing we love together. You know?
and
We
you
love the
know,
baseball team, and even he was mad at it.
and that's another thing, dude. Here's this.
It
That's
transcended beliefs and
on
political
yeah,
sides.
they you put that aside to be fans of to watch a game, a
Yep.
sports game.
Yep.
Whether that be baseball, football, basketball, hockey, whatever.
Whatever.
You're
Yeah.
watching a sports game with someone of a different political view. What a novel concept.
Yeah.
What a novel concept.
to be a good human being to each other. What a fucking good idea.
Wow. That was what 2020 was lacking.
Yeah.
Now, here's a funny thing.
Human spirit and love and compassion.
I remember
COVID has made us, dude. Sorry, one more thing with Luke. COVID has made us into savages.
Mm-hmm.
It has divided us further than anything else has. We've let our leaders tell us how to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if it's Trump or Biden. The government in itself, they have led us to divide and hate each other and stack up toilet paper and do a bunch of this crazy stuff.
Which I still don't understand to this day, but with the toilet paper situation.
You know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah. No, I know.
This pandemic has turned us into animals in some instances.
And you know what, though, dude? I remember, I think it was like 2019 or like early 2020. It was Ellen. Ellen was in a controversy.
Oh, don't even get me started.
But listen where I'm going with this. Ellen DeGeneres, which she's been in some hot water recently, mind you, with how she's been treating her guests on her television show.
Like crap,
which I don't know. I don't know if you.
Dude, have you seen how she treats her producers? That's a whole different thing in itself. You gotta watch that if you haven't. That is mean.
Yeah, but all that aside, talking about something else about Ellen, she was getting together with George W. Bush, former president. They were just watching a game together.
Oh God.
They were just watching. They're best friends. They're like really good friends. But guess what? They're on different political views. They're completely different. Ellen is obviously very liberal.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? She can set her differences aside.
She's mature.
And she's mature, mind you, unlike most of the liberals out there. She can put her differences aside and sit down with a friend and watch a game.
Yeah.
Now
that's rare today.
That's unheard of today.
Which is sad.
Now, mind you, we have a friend, which we're not going to mention his name during this, but we have different
They have a different view.
Yeah, they have different views than us. And yet we get together, we hang out together all the time when we get the chance. And we obviously don't talk politics because that get us in an argument. But we discuss, other things like, video games or relationships or, other stuff like that.
Yeah.
But guess what? You can get along. Even if you're on other political aisles.
Yes.
On the other side of the political aisle, you can still get along. Have a good conversation.
Yeah.
You
don't even have good debates if it's led correctly.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you guys are
if it's led correctly.
Yeah, and Ben Shapiro has said it himself. It's like, why can't we just have a normal debate? Why do we got to yell at each other?
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just have a nice conversation and a nice debate? Just kind of from man to man or woman to woman or whatever. But it's too difficult for some people.
It's just stupid.
Yep. And
also, I keep this to the forefront of my mind too. When someone gets mad at me for liking a different politician, a politician's not going to change your life, no matter who it is. Mm-hmm. So why should you get mad? A politician's not going to change your personal life. They're going to make you better.
Yeah, but it's also the thing is, it's you shouldn't be scared about your political views.
Talk.
But you should be able to be, outright about your views. You shouldn't have to hide them. Now, I mean, in certain instances where you're at work, you're not supposed to really, bring up politics, because unless it's like, you're just having a civil conversation between your coworkers. But
Mhm.
generally, you're not supposed to bring up politics at work, depending where you work, obviously.
Oh yeah.
But, you're not supposed to, which is understandable. But
Me and two of my friends from work though are on the same spectrum, so we're good with that. But
yeah, but like, it seems like the liberal side tends to hate when you talk about something that you
oh
don't
yeah,
agree with.
Twitter hates and I know that.
Yeah, so it almost makes me, and I feel the same way. I don't know about you,
You attacked.
but you feel like you should hide.
We feel attacked. Do you want to talk about feeling attacked?
Yeah,
We almost have the most leeway ever.
yeah. So,
I mean, how did we're moving on to freaking whatever that other thing is that we're trying to look at? Because we have to, because we're fleeing. We're like refugees, dude. Literally.
I know. I feel like I'm personally being, what's the word? Ostracized? Is that?
Ostracized, yeah.
Yeah, ostracized from. I don't use that word very much, but it came to my mind.
It's
Being
good.
being ostracized from your friends and family. Because mind you, my girlfriend, her
I was gonna bring
family.
this up, and I didn't know if you wanted me to mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't. They don't have the same views as me, and I don't expect them to. And that's not the most important thing in a relationship, is having the same political views,
First of
but
all, you love God, both of you, and if
and
you
love
keep
each
things,
other.
it
You
matters.
know,
Yeah.
you don't have to love the exact same things. Just like how she likes tomatoes and I don't like tomatoes.
Yeah.
We don't have to like exactly everything.
Mm-hmm.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yep.
Sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you love each other. You obviously have differences. You're different people, but
God made us that way.
God made us that way. That's how it's meant to be. You're not
Yep.
supposed to be all robots that have
Yep.
the same AI.
Yep.
You know, it's not like CPUs in a video game. They all
Yeah.
do the exact same
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
You're supposed to be an individual person. And, so even though her family tends to, be more liberal, you know, I still bring in my political views when appropriate,
Oh yeah.
because I don't like to hide my political views,
Nope.
because I feel like we're, shunned a lot, in
Especially
society.
conservatives.
Yeah, especially conservatives. Liberals tend to get
Dude,
the
if
pass.
you oh man. If you're a white Christian straight male in this country, you have no chance.
Hmm.
Almost. You
Yeah.
know? Those are facts right there. And
Hmm.
you can't tell me otherwise.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say
So
about that.
yeah, I agree with you there. But yeah, but yeah, all coming back around to it, yeah, it'd be nice if we can all have like a civil conversation, and
Yes.
just talk with each other about things. Like,
Yes.
just have a civil conversation. But yeah, the that was kind of far fetched from my personal sentiment, which that's
That
what
was a
I
rant.
was. That was a
That's a
rant
good
there.
rant. We needed to hear that.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been on the mic talking to you guys, and
Want to be wrong.
I wanted to be raw with you guys. I know this is going to be a long podcast, and you guys can skip ahead if you don't want to listen to all
A
of
rant.
that. But
Yeah.
you're more than welcome to skip wherever you want.
Mhm.
But yeah, that
I
was
kind of
just
zoned
where.
out during that, dude. I forgot we were doing a podcast for a second there.
Yeah, I was just having like a conversation with my friend here.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
mind us.
Yeah. Hmm.
But anyways, the next thing on our list. So why the team name should stay the Indians.
Yeah.
What's the next one? In Aiden, I was
Let
about
me
to call
pull
you
it up. I'm
Indians.
sorry.
What's the next one? Indian.
Geographic significance, right?
Mm-hmm.
The name, not just the name of the team, but the name
Where
of our
where's
state,
the
right?
where's the team located? What state?
Ohio.
Ohio. What
I didn't
is
know that's such a.
Ohio? Ohio is
I,
an Indian term.
yeah, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
It means good river, right?
Yeah, Good River is. what it translates to in Native American or
English.
no, yeah, Good River. Yeah, that's translated from
In
Ohio
English.
to. I said the other way around. Whoops, my bad.
Oh man, that's fine.
Yeah, but Ohio translated to English is Good River,
Yeah.
which the state of Good River.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, not good river because it burned.
Bad River.
Yeah, bad river, bad.
What's Bad River in Indian or Native American?
Oh, who?
Ahoo. Just drop the I. Oh, oh,
Ooh. I love it.
yeah. So there's geographic significance. I mean, what are you going to do? Change the name of the state as
State of
well? I mean,
Ohio, that's what's coming next.
is it
Don't
for
give
here
them
to
ideas.
go? Up. You know,
What?
don't even say nothing. You're
Oh
just
my gosh.
it's a can of worms you're gonna be opening up here.
Keep it damn mouth.
So the next big one, it's pretty
This is what-
obvious.
Yep.
Fans will leave, including myself. So I'm one of
Yeah.
them.
To get a little bit personal again. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna watch them anymore.
Yeah,
And my dad mentioned, why is this so personal to you? And I'll just play from the section that you were talking about with your grandpa and stuff. That should
Yeah.
answer any questions that you have. You know what I mean? I don't even need to say anything. You know, it's you're whipping our soul out, Dolan.
Yeah.
You are a greedy, negligent. It, all you care about is money. It seems at this point. And if Frank Cohn has a different view, he has to shut up. He can't say anything.
Yeah. Frankly, I think it's just gonna hurt the franchise,
They're
whatever
gonna go bankrupt.
yeah, it's gonna hurt them in the long run, to be honest. I mean, I could be completely wrong with my assessment of that, but I honestly think they're gonna do bad, like
Say the fans will
financially.
leave. I mentioned this before. The fans will leave. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about ticket sales. What is your view on
Yeah,
that?
I mean,
Speaking of
I
fans will
heard.
leave.
I mean, yeah, like you said before our podcast, you were saying that some fans are like long-term ticket holders. They've
Yep.
been season ticket holders for years, and they're saying, "Well, no, I'm going to cancel my season tickets. They changed my. That's not my team no more."
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're just going to completely change that. They're going to change from whatever. They're going to go to another team and root for them and get season
Cincinnati
tickets.
Reds. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're within the state. Might as well root for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fans leaving, that's the most significant thing, I think, of all of these reasons why they should stay the Indians.
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
essentially, going on to the next one, baseball is a business.
It
So
leads into this. Yes.
you're trying to please who? The fans, right?
The fans. You want their money.
You want the whole point of the a baseball team, especially a professional one, is to make money. Right?
Yep.
You know, and how do you pay players, right? You gotta get money from somewhere.
Merchandise. And how do you get merchandise? Have logos and names that people like.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have like nice looking jerseys, nice looking logos, because that encourages people to buy.
Oh, speaking of, hold on. Is
their
it on
stuff.
here? Is he on here? Is he on here? I don't think Wahoo's on here, but
Nope, Wahoo's not on mine either.
yeah.
They even took it off of that jersey, and I bought this one years ago.
This is an old one too. I'm surprised.
Yeah, so it's baseball's a business when it comes down to it. I mean, you boil it down to what? A business.
The whole
And
All-Star game thing.
And
that we talked about on the first podcast.
listen, so these people that are protesting the team name, they're probably not fans.
Do you watch baseball, bro?
Do you even watch the Cleveland Indians? That's the first question you should be asking these people. Do you even watch Cleveland baseball? And if they answer no, then what say do they have?
Go out of here.
Dude, what say do they have in changing the name? Shouldn't it
They
be
think just because the name.
shouldn't it be up to the fans whether they want the name changed?
We were stuck with there for 170 years.
Yeah.
Bullcrap. As you've said, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Which is ridiculous because Paul Dolan, he doesn't understand he doesn't even know the basic concepts of a business. Like a business, business. He's supposed to. That's a lot of business.
Love it.
He doesn't understand the basic concepts. The basic concept
Right.
is you should be focusing what's the best way to make money. Okay, we should be pleasing our fans. Okay, the next question is, do those fans want your name changed? If that will help your business, then change it. But if not, then don't change it. You know what I
It's
mean?
not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
Which, in my belief, I feel like most of the fans don't want the name changed.
Yep.
So, therefore, I think the business is going to tank, and I hope it
Yeah,
does,
tank,
to be
but
honest. I hope it's going
you
to go
think
in the
it'll go
toilet.
bankrupt?
Huh?
You really think it'll go bankrupt?
I mean,
Complete.
probably not, unfortunately. They're
I
probably
swear to
going.
God. I swear to God. If we have another Ravens situation, that's gonna make me so mad. You know what happened
So,
there?
yep, team moving. And that's also another fear, too, is the fear of what? The Cleveland Indians moving, not the Cleveland Indians, but
No
whatever
more.
Cleveland team is there, it's probably going to move to another state.
Yeah.
And then we're not going to have a team at all. Like, it's going to go from let's remove Wahoo, then let's change the name, then let's leave completely.
Let's get rid of the freaking team. Why not? Right?
Yeah, well, let's just go.
Let's just shoot ourselves in the freaking head.
I hope you go to Antarctica, and just play there with the Penguins or something.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Not with the Pittsburgh Penguins or Pirates.
You guys are shooting yourselves in the freaking foot with this.
Yeah,
You are
it's a
shooting yourselves in the foot
it's a bad idea. I'm telling you,
with a
it's
44 Magnum.
mm-hmm.
This is not good.
So the next thing is Paul Dolan, as you know, has financial issues with the
He's going to
team.
the Indians. Yeah.
He's
You gotta
an
talk about this because I don't know about this. What's been going on here?
he's an absolute weasel and a dunderhead because he doesn't know how to run the team. Okay, so for
What's
example,
happened? And this leads on to the next topic too, which is we're frustrated with the franchise as a whole.
yeah, it's connected with the next point. Here, the point is that the
Lay out
Dolans.
a timeline for us here.
So
What's happened?
normally, baseball or NFL team owners, they normally have two businesses, okay, or at least two. They'll
Okay.
have they'll have their NFL or baseball team, and then they'll have like a side business, like something else,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
for example, Jimmy Haslam, who owns the Browns, he owns Pilot Flying J, which is a gas station
Okay.
franchise. And I don't know if you've ever seen a Pilot Flying J, but they're around Ohio and other states. But anyways, he owns the Pilot Flying J company as well as the Browns. So he has two businesses. Count them two.
Yeah. A lot of work.
How many do the Dolans have? One. Count them, one.
Yep. And if
That's
they lose, yep, I can see where we're going with this. Yep.
That means that he has less money to spend on the Cleveland Indians. He's basically just putting all of his trust into the Cleveland Indians company.
Organization.
Yeah, and instead of saying, hey, we're gonna, try to branch out, make some more money to put back into the team. And that's basic because that Jimmy Haslam, no matter how much we dislike the man because of his struggles with trying to find a good coach and all that throughout the years.
Good, everything that's happened there.
But hey, you got to give the man credit. He has money. He's been spending money. It's not like
on us.
Yeah, on us fans.
Yeah,
he honestly tries. He's just really bad at it.
Yeah, which is why we don't hate him. I mean, we don't hate him.
I've been irritated with him because he can't seem to get the right guy, but now
not anymore.
Cross your
not anymore.
Cross your fingers, mind you.
We got 10 wins. We're gonna be good. We're fine.
Yeah,
we got
cross your fingers. Hopefully we got the guy, our long-term solution.
Stefanski, Shout out to you, bro. You've been incredible. I did not know that we would be this good.
Honestly,
10
yeah.
over 10 wins, dude. That has not happened in a while.
Right.
Mm.
But anyways,
Well,
yeah,
Paul Dolan, I don't know if it's deliberate. It seems like he's shooting himself in the foot with this.
yeah, it kind of seems a little suspicious to me. A little sus.
Yeah.
And it's very weird that this will be happening. We can go into all sorts of conspiracy theories on it, but to put it lightly and to not go that deep into it, he really just doesn't have the money.
Yeah.
He's losing money every year, he claims, but it could be a thing where he's hoarding the money for himself
Yeah.
instead of putting the money back into
Go to the team.
the team. Here's the confusing part with me. What I don't understand is the
What?
fact that all these fans, he made it to what? A World Series and made the playoffs like 4 years in a row.
Yes. Yeah.
How do you not have enough money after getting all that extra TV time?
Mm-hmm.
Because, dude, you got to know he gets TV contracts. The Indians get TV contracts with
And the
Fox
team they
Sports.
2016 in particular, the team they played against, the game to end all games, basically.
Yeah.
You don't have money from that?
How do you not have enough money to spend on more players? Something's not adding up here.
Dude, they abused the hell out of Sizemore, too. I'm pissed at that, too. The way they treated him.
Right.
He breaks bones for them, and they just throw him to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And don't give a crap about him. You know?
Right. But,
And then freaking Frankie Lindor. I mean, he's
yeah,
rumors of
here's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. Francisco Lindor, he's a very, very tremendously good shortstop.
Absolutely.
And, he should be signed to a massive contract.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? The Indians. But guess what? The Indians. Oh, I mean, it's money.
Yeah.
But guess what? The Indians have no money. So we can't spend. It's like, okay, Frankie, you want to stay here for another season, $2 million, maybe? I can get a better contract somewhere else.
Yep, with another team.
Yeah, with an LA team that has boatloads of money.
Billions.
Oh, I mean, dude, they can spend like 35 mil easy.
Or, dude, God forbid the Yankees. With their budget. God forbid.
Yeah.
They're making it rain down there in New York, man. I mean,
oh yeah, that's where
I hate the Yankees, but I'll say, gosh dang, do they have money?
Oh yeah, that's the problem, and that's a whole nother thing with like the not having a cap on how much money that teams can have.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the Yankees are still number one, having the most money of any baseball team.
Yeah, figures they've
Makes sense, yeah.
It depends where they're located and the city and all that, and their fans.
God forbid, Lindor, I implore you, please don't go there. God forbid.
Yeah, if
We
you're
already
watching
had
this,
one
please
Indian
don't.
go there, and you know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
DC. Good lord.
Yeah, it's a yeah. So that's the whole gist of Paul Dolan's financial issues with the team.
Financial antics.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the last point of why the Indians should stay the Indians is that we're just generally frustrated with the franchise as a whole.
What do you mean by that, Judd?
Well, just like I said, going back to the financial issues, that's the big part of it. We don't get the funding that we need to go after the players that will help us win a World Series or go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
I mean, we don't want to just stay afloat. We want to win it all for once.
Yeah.
It's been, I don't know how many years, like 70 plus years since we've had a World Series win. We're about overdue for one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, though? I'm going to be
this coming season, please, before we cancel the name, please. One World Series title, please.
But you know what? I'm going to be mad if they change the name and then they win the World Series.
Oh, dude.
Can you imagine that? Like,
oh, man.
I'm going to be so pissed.
to grind, to shoot, no, to put the nail in the freaking coffin even further. They win a World Series. Can you imagine?
Yeah, after they changed the name.
I guess the Kaiser Chief Wahoo was a thing.
Yeah, but they're not my team, so I'm not celebrating no World Series win if they win after they change the name.
I'll say, wow, what an achievement, but
Yeah, they might have the same players that I come to know and love on the team, but they're not the same
that's
team.
another point. Does it have sentiment for the players too?
What do you mean? For them changing the name for them?
Will the players leave because of it?
I don't know. I get that's a good point. I mean, you might have some players that could protest.
Because what if Lindor grew up on the Indians and he loved them growing up?
Yeah.
Because it's
But
not like in
excuse me.
NFL you just get drafted.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick where you go.
Well, no, the Indians, all baseball teams still draft.
Okay.
It's just not a big deal like how the NFL makes it out to be.
Right, and it's more laid back. If you want to switch, you can. Yeah.
Well, they still have like contract deals and stuff they got to adhere to, so it's not like they can just willy-nilly jump to another team. If the Indians signed, for example, Francisco Lindor to a 4-year contract, he can't just go jump over to the Cincinnati Reds if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's under contract for 4 years.
Okay.
So there's still, boundaries that they have to adhere to.
And then my point went down the drain then. Okay.
But, yeah, you have a point though that these teams are
if not the name and the city, they're going to love the brotherhood.
Yeah, like they've come to know each other so well.
Yeah.
They've bonded. Maybe it won't be such an issue for them like the name change. It may not affect the players that much at all. But maybe there'll be some players that will refuse to play for a team like that, and they could do how some of these NFL players have this past season where they sit out because of COVID. But this time they sit out because they refuse to play.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the problem, though. If they refuse to play, they'll kick them off the team. Like, okay, well, you ain't getting your contract then. You broke your contract.
But then they win because they can't kick everyone off. Well, you have no team.
You're right. I guess if everyone, yeah, they'd be pulling up a lot of minor league players, and then the team would suck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the frustrations continue with the Indians. It's been building up to this point, and we're hitting a boiling point here.
Oh, dude, it's past that. It's overflowed.
It's overflowing the pot. I mean, we've hit the boiling point when
we hit the boiling point 2 years ago. I mean, no.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
When I'm talking about Wahoo was.
Yeah, when Wahoo was taken off, that was the boiling point, and then the name change. It just overflowed out of the pot at that point.
Yeah.
To make a food reference.
It is a slap in the fucking face and a kick in the balls.
Yeah, tell me about it.
To us.
Yep.
Well, what can we do about it? We got no say.
I mean,
not enough.
I mean, as a fan and as a
former fan, as you can say now.
As a former fan, hey, I was the customer. I'm no longer going to buy your product.
Yeah.
Screw you, okay? I'm not going to buy your product anymore.
Where's our lighter? Where's our lighter? I need to do something with my jersey here.
Burn it.
Burn it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that. But
I'm gonna cry if I do that.
Right, yeah.
Watch the flame go.
But kind of switching gears a little bit, talking about another team that changed their name. Who is that, Aiden?
Washington, right?
Mm-hmm.
The WFT. Oh, I didn't realize that. They put such letters around.
What the fuck?
Oh, man. I didn't realize that. I mean, it's true. What the has happened?
Yeah, really.
I didn't realize that. I gotta share that on Twitter and see if that.
Can you see the screen now?
I see it. I see it.
Okay, sweet.
Yay!
I think I figured it out. Okay.
Let's remember what we did then.
All right.
So Joe, do you want to check this
Tony
out?
Gonzalez. Okay.
Ooh,
Who
man
are
boobs.
you? Man boobs. Okay. So if you got
5.9%, 59% off. New arrival. Oh wait,
oh wait.
3%, isn't it?
All right. So
Read this.
effective.
What is it?
So this is from Adam Scheffner. He's a ESPN writer. He's well known. You guys probably heard about him if you keep up with sports. But yeah, he's very well respected. So effective immediately. This is as of July. This is before the NFL 2020 season went underway. Washington will call itself the Washington Football Team, pending the adoption of a new name, the NFL franchise announced Thursday. This is not a final renaming and rebranding for the team. This is the name it will use until the adoption of a new name. The team will continue the process of retiring its former name and hopes to be entirely rid of it on physical and digital spaces in the next 50 days. By September 13th, regular season opener against the Philadelphia Eagles.
There it is right there, guys.
Yep, this is the logo. Established more like 2020. Washington will not have any change to its color scheme, which is I find kind of odd. It will still use burgundy and gold, and its former logo on the helmet will be replaced by each player's number in gold, which is kind of gay. Washington will debut its home uniforms in Week 1 against the Eagles and its road uniforms in Week 2 against the Arizona Cardinals, which obviously already happened. This is an old article, but while Washington uses these uniforms and helmets for the 2020 season, it will be seeking the feedback of players, alumni, fans, sponsors, and the community for the team name it will use in the future, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah,
You know,
unlike the Indians.
Right. And Terry Bateman, the franchise's new executive vice president and chief marketing officer, said the team wants to include fans, business partners, and alumni in the process. That takes time. Okay, but my question is this. Why are you just dropping the name before you change it to something new? Like, I like I hate Cleveland Indians changing their name at all, but at least they're taking the approach of not just dropping it to the Cleveland baseball team.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's gay as all gets out. And it just don't seem
You're
like
just gay.
You're just like totally gay.
Yeah.
But yeah, canceled. Yeah, but yeah, I like our process much better than how Washington handled theirs, because they just kind of like completely dropped it, because they said the rebranding process takes 12 to 18 months, so that's a year or more. You know, to actually, that could take up to 2 years or more, you know, to rebrand. So it's like,
oh my gosh.
You know, so they got to really get to work if you want to change that whole Washington football. Like, how, you know, like when I asked Siri, like, who are we playing Sunday, and said the football team. The football team, that could be anybody. It's like they didn't even say the Washington football team, just said the football team.
Football team.
I'm like, that's so gay.
What the fuck's going on? Wait, did she really say that?
Yeah, because the Browns played the football team earlier, and literally said that. It's like, who are the Browns playing Sunday? The football team.
No shit.
I was so funny. I should have asked you to, you know, say that too to Siri, because it was too funny.
And then we could have said. I mean, I like their uniforms though. I mean, god dang.
I don't have anything against the color scheme. I honestly like the burgundy and gold. It's a nice color scheme. Unlike the we don't
have to read the whole article. That's basically just the gist of it, though, guys.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna say about that?
What are you thinking?
They pandered first, but still,
Yeah.
And the thing is, baseball had not, until this whole Indians thing, baseball had not been one to pander to political pressure, unlike the NFL. That's been doing it for a long time, it seems, with the national anthem and everything.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's really sad.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the fans of, the Washington football team.
The
You know,
Redskins.
you
That's what
know
I'm gonna
that
call it. I don't care.
I feel bad that you guys have to put up
And
with I feel bad that you have to put up with a team called the football team for
yeah.
however long that it takes to change it.
Maybe they won't ever change it, and then it'll be horrible.
You know what? Something else I didn't look into was if Madden 2020, which is the one I play, I wonder if they changed it to from Redskins to football team.
Yeah, me too. Maybe they'll get an update or something. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at that now because I don't know. I haven't noticed anything on there, so I didn't really pay much attention to it because I was just going to, stay out of the political stuff and play games for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, check out our gaming channel if you haven't already. Gaming
Yeah.
channel. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys want to get away from politics for a little bit and are tired of talking politics, then please check out our gaming channel,
We do have the
where where
hilarious new up.
where we
Hilarious.
usually just goof off instead of
Mm-hmm.
talking politics.
Dude, we do have a hilarious new video up though. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually our trailer on the channel, so you can
Oh
check it out.
yeah, we do check that out if you haven't already. We did put a trailer up. That's just about all we've been able to do
The day of
in
a gamer
the life of a gamer.
starts. It's hilarious.
You guys got to check it out.
I'm
Just
doing
go
that.
to our the
Uh,
link in the description will have a link to our gaming channel. You guys can check it out there. Cuz if you guys aren't subscribed, then that'll be the best way to find us. But
yes.
OTGG, Off the Grid Gaming. So,
Yeah.
anyways, the next thing is what?
Let me find it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Next thing we've been talking about this whole night is
The cancel culture, right?
mm-hmm.
Oh my god. This.
It's a real thing, guys. If you're a disbeliever, then I advise you to re-look at that argument because there's some clear cancel culture things going on like all the time. So
From Forbes, right?
yeah, from Forbes. You can see this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we're on Forbes now. And you want some whiskey or something?
Please. I need some after this.
I need some after this podcast.
Yes. It's a sad one, dude.
Oh, did you want to read anything? Did you want to read it?
Yeah, I can read it.
Yeah,
So I'm reading from my phone, okay? Just that makes it easier.
yeah, go ahead.
There was no single accepted definition of cancel culture, but at its worst, it is about unaccountable groups successfully applying pressure to punish someone for perceived wrong opinions. The victim ends up losing their job or significantly harmed in some way well beyond the discomfort of merely being disagreed with. Someone like J.K. Rowling isn't really a victim of cancel culture. She's too rich to be punished in any meaningful way, and she doesn't have the kind of job that one can be fired from. Powerful voices on the institutional left claim that there was no such thing as cancel culture. For example, the New York Times columnist Charles Blow tweets, "Once more, there was no such thing as cancel culture. There was free speech. You can say and do as you please, and others can choose never to deal this to you, your company, or your products ever again. The rich and powerful are just upset that the masses can now organize their dissent." This argument confuses dissent with punishment. The victims of cancel culture are genuinely not powerful people, which is true. They are often vulnerable people who suffer devastating harm. Excuse me. A previous post discussed an African American school security guard who was fired for using the N word in the course of telling a student not to direct that word at him. Thankfully, he was eventually rehired after a national furor erupted. The same post discussed a teacher who was fired for inadvertently failing to address a student by his self identified gender pronoun.
which is a real thing that happens a lot.
Oh my gosh. The security guard and the teacher each have 4 children to support and lost their health insurance as well as their income when they were fired. They are hardly examples of the rich and powerful.
So
Wow.
yeah, that was a real down to earth article there. Forbes is very trustworthy.
You don't want to read that full thing then? Or you don't
There's
need to, you
more.
think?
It just kind of goes into like talking about the security guard or whatever that was fired
Yeah.
and stuff. It just kind of goes more into that.
Well, but there is a little paragraph that you don't have to go down to, but I want to read this really quick.
Okay, where's that?
Because this is true. In no way is it starts with that.
Hold on.
Because this is interesting. The statement is really interesting because I really like this.
Oh, okay.
This one here. In no way is contemporary cancel culture about free speech or debate, nor is it any longer primarily about social justice. The power to get someone fired must be a thrilling feeling. It also strengthens group bonds and can raise one's social standing in certain groups. It is not hard to understand why many people would be willing to look further and further afield to find targets. An innocently uttered Chinese word for that, mere attendance at a rally to hear a point of view, or a 33-year-old article that the author has renounced and apologized for. What is harder to understand is why the truly powerful, those with the power to suspend and investigate professors and to fire people, are allowing this. Perhaps they fear becoming targets themselves. Whatever the reason, there was no denying that cancel culture exists and is getting worse. I mean, wrap that up in a pretty bow.
I mean, that's honestly a concern too. With even in college and stuff, it seems like most of the outgoing professors are liberal.
Yeah.
The ones I'm sure there's conservative professors out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of them.
Jordan
But
Peterson.
yeah, but I'm sure like at Kent State, which is where the college I attend,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there's plenty of conservative professors, but they're not very outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
The reasoning behind that is
Yeah,
because
right.
again, like we said, conservatives are shunned, are ostracized from society, and we are not permitted by the institutional left to actually get our views out there.
Yeah.
It's seen as like we're the bad opinion. Shame on you for putting your opinion out there for other people to see because you guys are completely wrong.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, the internet in America is a free pool of ideas.
Yeah. It's a
People
melting
are,
pot.
it's a melting pot of ideas, and we're all allowed to express our opinions on things.
Oh, yeah.
It may not be fact, some of the opinions that are said, like a lot of it is just opinionated, but we should all be allowed to get our opinion out there,
Oh, yeah.
but, and another thing, we mentioned in that Forbes article, they were talking about transgenderism and all that,
Oh,
and
gosh.
how people self-identify as like, oh, I'm my pronouns, my personal pronouns are they, them, or whatever, and all these weird terms that they come up with, and it's like, okay. It's
Yeah.
like, that's confusing. That's not how English works. That's not how the
No, God
English language
designed it.
works. Okay, I'm gonna self-identify as a chair. I that's
Sit on
how
me,
I
Daddy.
self-identify as.
Did you hear what I
But
said?
what?
I said, sit on me, Daddy, because I'm a chess.
Oh, whoa, okay. If you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, jeez. I've been at McDonald's too long.
Yeah. What has it done to you?
Oh, gosh. You don't want to know. A little bit of humor.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a funny moment for this coming year.
Yeah. So
I can't believe I said that.
that's funny, dude. Sit on
No!
me. Sit on me.
Oh no! I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh my
oh
god.
man, that's funny.
Oh my goodness.
What a way to end that.
Yeah, so anyways,
Mm,
yeah, it's like it's weird because back with like self-identifying as,
yeah.
male, female, transgender, however, I don't even know all the politically correct stuff.
LBGTQ and a silent S, as
Yeah.
Crowder puts it.
Yeah, so yeah, but
Oh,
anyways,
oh no,
it's
silent
weird
T. I'm sorry.
because if someone happens to identify someone as the wrong gender, supposedly,
Oh, we
then
talked about this too in one of our other podcasts too. We mentioned this
yeah, and
in our safe space.
yeah, and the thing, yeah, we mentioned it before, so check that out in that podcast. That was an interesting one. Um, Also, it was very, controversial that,
Oh
talking
yeah.
about it. A very controversial, touchy subject, but, if you don't feel comfortable with us talking about, our opinions on, or listening to us talk about our opinions on transgender and, gay, lesbian, all that stuff, then, don't watch it or listen to it. But
Has he just taken it down?
no, it's still up. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, what I was saying was is that, a lot of people get angry and they like, like, um, I'm transgender, okay, or I'm female, not male.
You don't know how hard this is for me.
Yeah, you don't understand. How are we supposed to know unless you tell us how to identify you? Listen, if I see you and you look female, I'm gonna say, yes, ma'am. Or if you look like sir, man, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
yes, sir, yes,
If you have a
ma'am.
penis, you're a man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but like that's just how it is.
you're either male or female.
I'm really
Okay,
supposed to do cut it off. I mean, come on.
so you could, but you probably bleed out and die. Anyways, you
Circumcision.
know, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But and we can go on and on and on about it. But
Yeah.
that's the basis of it. It's like, we can't. How do you expect us to get it? It's such an odd thing.
God
You know what I
designed
mean?
humans as genders. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's technically what, a mental disorder to,
Mm-hmm.
identify yourself as,
Gender dysphoria.
yeah, gender dysphoria. It's an actual like mental disorder, but the LGBTQ plus community does not want to
Are we
acknowledge
supposed to
that
cure
it's
mental
a
disorders
mental
and not?
issue.
Are we
Huh?
supposed to cure mental disorders and not give in to them?
Huh?
I mean, we're supposed to cure mental disorders. I mean, you wouldn't you wouldn't pander to someone who has schizophrenia, would you? I mean,
Right. Yeah.
I do the same with gender dysphoria.
It's a mental disorder, and I mean, they should be talking about that. That's a real
Yeah.
widespread problem.
Mm-hmm.
But people see it as the norm, and we should all, bow down to these people.
Yeah.
I guess is how they kind of see it. But
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
yeah, so anyways, that's a bit about cancel culture. That's kind of like, how the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins, that's the basis behind it. It's all cancel culture at work. And I'm not for this cancel culture. So that's
I
why
hate it so much.
I absolutely hate it. And Ben Shapiro himself, he has been targeted by these cancel culture people. His sponsors have been targeted.
Yeah.
They target his sponsors and say,
Daily Wire, all this, yeah.
why are you sponsoring a conservative?
Because we
Because
can.
it's a business and I'm trying to make money, because there's
Yeah.
guess what, conservatives like to spend money too,
Oh yeah.
not just you
Ask
damn
Dave
liberals.
Ramsey. Ask Dave Ramsey.
Yeah. I
Seriously.
mean, just because you're conservative doesn't mean we're like conservative with our money. We like to spend it.
Oh
Don't get me
yeah.
wrong. It doesn't go conservative with everything.
Yeah.
But anyways, jumping off of the cancel culture thing.
Oh man, cop shows, right?
Yep, that was a big thing earlier in the year, towards the summertime.
Jared, do you want to read this one because I read the last one?
Sure, it's up to you.
Yeah. And this was after the whole George Floyd situation, right?
Yeah, so as you guys know, there was the George Floyd thing earlier in the summer. That was that was
It
absolutely
was scary, actually.
horrible.
How violent it got was scary.
Yeah, it was. So it goes out, cop shows, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
This is after the police killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Rayshard Brooks, and
Oh,
amid
they forgot to mention about the other guy that we talked about.
oh
Ah,
shoot, we did a
the
whole
shooting.
podcast on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And amid the calls to defund the police departments, the cop reality TV genre may have finally fallen out of favor,
And
which
flavor.
is which is true because it did get canceled. So on
Mm-hmm.
June 9th, days after pulling Cops of the 33rd season premiere from its schedule, Paramount Network announced the long-running docuseries cancellation, with a spokesperson asserting that the network has no current or future plans for it to return. And that's in quote there.
Yeah.
Controversially, the show is still streaming on Pluto TV.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, all right. Go Pluto.
Yeah. Woo!
With a spokesperson telling Gizmodo that the streaming platform it is critical to represent a diversity of viewpoints, even those we disagree with. Oh wow.
Let's go.
What a novel concept. Wow. Thank you, Pluto. I'm just gonna
Woo!
clap for that one.
Let's
Thank
clap.
you. I applaud you, Pluto TV. That's a free.
But what's funny is that we have to even do that. That's what's sad.
I know it should be like widespread freedom of viewpoints, but it's not. That's the problem here.
What if a conservative TV network? That'd be funny.
Yeah, well, Ben Shapiro's working on that. He's actually starting up a streaming service for conservatives.
Really?
Yep, it's part of the Daily Wire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't heard about that, that's a real thing. Oh, and then on June 11th, A&E revealed it was discontinuing its reality series Live PD, which was in the middle of its fourth season. Going forward, and this is in quote, going forward, we will determine if there is a clear pathway to tell the stories of both the community and the police officers whose role it is to serve them, the network said in a statement. And with that, we will be meeting with community and civil rights leaders as well as police departments, end quote. Live PD was or has an added layer of controversy these days with the revelation that it never aired its footage of the 2019 tragedy in which Javier Ambler, a black man, died in police custody. In a June 11th post on his law and crime website, Live PD host Dan Abrams claimed that the footage wasn't aired because, in quote, because it involved a fatality, and A&E standards and practices didn't permit us to show a fatality on the show, end quote.
Yeah.
And that the footage was erased because the show had a long-standing policy to only keep footage for a few weeks absent a specific legal request to retain it. He did, however, say he thinks in retrospect that Live PD should have aired, quote, everything up to Javier Ambler's final moments, end quote.
Huh.
So I guess live PD could come back.
Yeah.
However,
I hope so.
however, it could be gay as shit, when it comes back. But
Yeah, not raw, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be as raw. It's going to be very filtered. And there's also going to be different sides of the story, I guess. So you're going to be interviewing the person that's trying to kill the cop, I guess.
What?
They're going to be like, let's see the other side of the story, shall we? Okay, so this guy likes to sell drugs. He's trying to sell drugs to make a living. These cops are trying to thwart his efforts to sell illegal drugs.
Yep.
And that's okay because he's trying to make a living and survive. Okay, well, why don't you get a damn job at a grocery store or something instead of trying to sell drugs? But no, we're going to sell drugs.
I make it a living.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna interview this guy before we arrest him because we got to get both sides of the story. Yeah, so that's interesting. Body investigation discovery series Body Cam, meanwhile, has been pulled from the air, but so far there's been no word of it being canceled. Okay. So though both Cops and IPD were cut in the wake of Floyd and Taylor's death, the cop show genre has sparked controversy for not just years, but decades, especially in regards to its racial stereotyping. Okay, yeah, I heard about that.
Of course it shows that.
So an initial review of Cops in 1989, the New York Times, John J. O'Connor pointed out that the overwhelmingly white troops of police are the good guys and the bad guys are overwhelmingly black.
What? Kind of. I don't like that video that's shown. Ugh.
Oh, Vox.
Is it just nice?
Yeah, so we're not going to read the rest of this article. It just goes on and on and on.
I mean, it was almost done anyway. So, yeah, police have been being attacked.
Yep.
For decades. And they're only trying to do their job. I mean, come on now.
So, it'll be interesting what if live PD does come back, which Cops has done. Cops is probably done for good, unless they come up with some other way to, unless they come up with some other way to make it more equal in their eyes, for, black and white people.
If you're committing a crime, you deserve to be manhandled a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's all very confusing stuff. But yeah, it'll be interesting if live PD does come back like they say they possibly could, but they're going to have to look at both sides of the story, I guess, which is kind of interesting considering like, why are you glorifying a criminal? That's
dude, first of all, they did. Have you watched the show?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that they're going to be looking at the other side of the story.
Because half of the footage in those shows is just people pulling them over and talking to them, asking, "What are you doing here?" kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
And half the times they're drunk or stoned out of their mind.
Yeah.
They did talk to them though. Remember the case where the dude had a bunch of meth in his car?
Yeah.
They didn't have to beat him down. They just found the meth and arrested him and put him in the car. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's a major no-no.
Yeah.
Cops on that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it on about the actual cop shows. But there's also something funny which we're going to end on tonight, guys.
But also it's kind of sad, though.
Which is also kind of sad that they're stooping down this level.
To a whole new low.
Yeah. If you thought it couldn't get any worse, it did.
Canceling Paw Patrol. Oh, yeah. Well, they're looking to.
Yeah.
Cancel Paw Patrol. Then I'll read this one because this is funny. This is a bunch of bullcrap, dude. Defund Paw Patrol.
Defund Paw Patrol. This is what the liberals really need to get a job and stop living off of welfare because they have too much time for this. Who has the time to investigate a kids'
Of course,
show?
It's the Irish Times that post this. They are freaking funny.
This is absolutely like fall on the floor laughing funny.
I mean, okay, so defund Paw Patrol. Why protesters have turned against the kids' cartoon? It was only a matter of time.
This is literally my face when Paw Patrol is getting canceled. Huh?
Oh, man. Okay, let me read this. Oh, my gosh. This... I can't even read it. It's so funny. I'm reading from my phone, okay?
All right, go.
It was only a matter of time before the protest came for Paw Patrol. The American children's cartoon about a squad of canine helpers It's basically a pretense for placing household pets in a variety of cool trucks. The team includes Marshall, a firefighting Dalmatian, Rubble, a bulldog construction worker, and Chase, a German Shepherd who is also a cop. In the world of Paw Patrol, Chase is drawn to be a very good boy who barks stuff like Chase is on the case and on a police pup's day as he rescues kittens in his tricked out SUV. But when the show's oh my god, I can't even. But when the show's official Twitter account put out a bland call for black voices to be heard recently, commenters came after Chase euthanized the police dog. They said.
What?
Euthanize the police dog. They said defund the Paw Patrol. All dogs go to heaven except the class traitors in the Paw Patrol. What is this?
Wow.
Jim, what do you have to say to that first of all before we continue? What is going?
Shit's going down.
Now this is a quote. If you, as I have, worked on a TV show or movie in which police are portrayed as lovable goofballs, you have contributed to the larger acceptance that cops are implicitly the good guys. It's
Oh
a
my
joke, but it's
gosh.
also not. As U.S. protests against racist police violence continue, the charges are mounting against fictional cops too. Even big-hearted cartoon police dogs, or maybe especially big-hearted cartoon police dogs, are on notice. The effort to publicize police brutality also means banishing the good cop archetype, which reigns on both television and in viral videos of the protests themselves. Paw Patrol seems harmless enough, and that's the point. The movement rests on understanding that cops do plenty of harm. That's true. The protests arrived in the midst of a pandemic that has alienated Americans from their social ties, family lives, workplaces, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it. That's the article. That's the whole thing.
Wow.
What do you got to say about that, Jared?
What I gotta say is it's dumb, okay? Because basically what they're saying is that we're indoctrinating our children to because they're watching these TV shows that are based off of based around cops.
Yeah.
But they're like little cute characters. And
for God's sakes.
So basically they want to make it seem like the cops again are the bad guy, not the good guy. Apparently, even though the cops are technically supposed to be the good guys.
Yeah.
Because
as a police dog, holy crap.
Like, it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but are the adults the target audience here?
No, the kids.
The kids, okay? But what they're concerned about here is that they're thinking the kids are going to watch a show and then they're going to feel like the cops are the good guys and we should trust them. So they basically want
what is the correct thing to do?
Which is the correct thing to do, but they want you to not trust police officers and to make them feel like they're always the bad guys.
Like they're criminals.
So you want the criminals to be the good guys? Who's the good guys here? Because there's obviously, in a superhero movie, one has to be the good guy, one has to be the bad guy, okay? Yeah. So, come on.
Unless it's Thanos, and if we can feel for him.
Yeah. Obviously, sometimes you do feel for the bad guy, but, most of the time the good guy is the one that you should be rooting for.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting take there. It's an interesting reasoning as to why. Yeah, but to round out everything,
this all ties back to cancel culture.
It all goes back to cancel culture. The left, again, to round it out, they look into things a little too deep, right, dude?
Oh yeah, way too deep. And going back to our main topic for tonight, the Indians. What have you got to say?
Well, the Indians, they
this is the last chance to get. This is the last chance to get it all out. All of our.
This will probably be our last podcast regarding the Indians. We might do. I'm not gonna say for sure, but we might do a podcast or some video, a short video on talking about the new team.
Yeah.
That whatever comes out of this, we might kind of discuss it and like our thoughts on it, because eventually we'll find out what the new team is going to be called.
Yeah.
So we'll put our thoughts on it
Yeah.
eventually.
So, dude, this is your last chance. Get it all out. What are you feeling right now? How do you react
So
to this? What is all
I
this?
just feel saddened, to hear that my team that I grew up with is no longer, and we're going to have to look elsewhere if you want to protest this, this name change. Because I'm certainly going to protest it. I don't know about you, Aiden. I know that you're kind of on the fence. Like, you were thinking maybe I'll stick with it because it's a Cleveland baseball team and I should always root for them. But I don't know. Did your thoughts change throughout the podcast?
Look on it.
Are you okay, dude?
Just the memories of my grandpa and stuff.
Oh,
Being sucked out.
I know.
It pisses me the hell off, dude.
I know. I get it.
Dolan, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, everyone. What you just did to us.
Like, rip my heart out.
What they did to all the fans, millions of Cleveland fans. So what are you gonna do, Judd? What are we gonna do? How do we move forward with something that's been so close and new to us?
Well, I call out to you, Indians fans, anyone that's watching who loves the Cleveland Indians. I want you to move on from the Cleveland baseball team, whatever their team name is.
What do you mean move on?
I want you to go refuse to watch any of their new games when this new team approaches the
2022 when
their
that comes
season.
around, yes.
Refuse to watch them. You can kind of like catch up on the news, like what's going on or whatever, but refuse to watch them because if you refuse to watch them, their ratings go down. That effectively will they'll lose money that way because ratings are going to go down. Fox Sports is going to be forced to decide what they want to do.
Well, from Ohio, yeah.
you know Fox Sports Ohio is going to have to figure out what to do because it's going to be interesting. It'll be a drop off there, really, if fans do refuse to. But yeah, I'm calling on all you Indians fans out there. Please do move on, from this team. I know I hate to leave this team because I loved them for so long, my whole life. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't be a part of this cancel culture. I'm a conservative, and I know that there might be
Deeper than
some
just a baseball. This is
there
deeper
may
than
be
just a baseball team.
say what?
This is deeper than just a baseball team right here.
Yeah. I mean, there might be some conservatives out there that are for this cancel culture stuff, but I can't see many of them being that way. So for the majority of us conservatives, we don't like cancel culture, and I certainly don't like it either. Because I see it as being very wrong. I'm not one of those woke liberals that go around and want everything their way or the highway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I mean, what are you thinking, dude? Like, to round it out?
I'm sad, immensely sad. As someone who's grown up with this team for years, and as someone who's been to more than one of their games, you know,
Mm-hmm.
someone who has. Let me hold on. I got something right here I want to show you. Where is it? You see this
Mm-hmm.
signature? I want to know who I was with.
Your grandpa.
My dad and my grandpa. And I got this.
See, not only is,
So this is the sentiment right here, dude, that I have.
and you should hold on to that. Like I said, I'm always
Here's
going to
what
be
it's in. Let me show you what it's in. Well, it came in this. I don't know if it's in here still, but I had a different ball in it. But right here, this thing goes right in.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. And this is another one that I got.
Oh, that's nice. The rubber ducks, yeah.
Yeah.
Which rubber ducks
Oh,
is
these-
another example of cancel culture too.
Yeah.
They changed their name from their Akron Arrows.
Yeah. So let's. Oh shoot.
Aiden just broke his collector's
No, I
cup.
didn't. It's fine.
No.
So it's. I'm sad. I think I'm gonna cry.
That's going to be me for sure at the end of the 2021 season, because that'll be the last season I'll be watching the Indians. I'll stick to the Indians, but anything after that, I'm done. So, but boy, am I going to cry after the after the end of next season.
Look at this though. This is kind of cool. We made it to here.
Nice.
State championship. This is the trophy that we won for too. Actually, let me. It isn't even. Oh, it's. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Found it. Champions. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I played baseball, so I know about this too. I mean, I don't know if you play baseball, but this is even more personal because it's like I played this sport. I know what it's like.
Right.
You know.
I've played it some too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've also played soccer, basketball, and I was on the swim team.
All you freaking liberals,
Get a good look at this.
take a good look right now. Good look. You destroyed this.
Soak it in.
This, and you destroyed this. Look at it. Look at this. I'm number one. He's turning in his grave right now, dude. I know that for a fact.
Same here. My grandpa's turning in his grave.
It's so not okay. It is not okay.
It's not okay what they did.
I hate it so much.
So, yeah, I think that about rounds out our podcast today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a long podcast today.
If you did, shed a few tears with us. We appreciate it. Fellow fans out there.
Give us a subscribe to our channel. Again, we're getting closer to 30 subscribers.
Yes,
so,
I'm excited for that. Yes.
So, yeah, please do subscribe because it's really helping our channel grow. I mean, our channel's really grown over the past year. We've gained like several subscribers on our channel. I appreciate every and each one of you.
Yes, every single one of you.
Every single one of you. So please do give us a like. That'll help us a lot. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. You can comment on anything we talked about today. Feel free. Don't be ashamed of your. We want to hear your opinion, whether you're liberal or conservative, whatever you.
Voice your opinion. Don't let the big tech companies scare you.
And don't let us scare you off because we're conservative. Just give us a comment, no matter nice or mean.
Whatever.
Whatever. We
just
want to
need
hear
comments.
you guys. Or let us know of any ideas for future podcasts because we may end up doing it. If we like it.
Oh yeah.
So because we're always open to new ideas. So we're gonna get back into the swing of things this year. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and hope your New Year's was amazing. I know it's been a different. Nice, Aiden. I know it's been a different year for each. It's been a different Christmas holiday season, huh?
I got drunk as heck for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's pretty much how everyone had to do it. Yeah,
but I got extra drunk because of 2020.
So hopefully everyone had a great Christmas and a great New Year's, and hopefully this year we can look forward to more content being put out.
Yes.
Once we can get together, we won't be remote anymore, and then we can actually do a gaming video together.
We have a fun thing planned. Oh, man.
Oh, man. I am so excited for this, guys.
We have to make it age restricted, but we're planning on doing a Cards Against Humanity video for you
Yeah,
guys.
it'll be different because it's not an actual video game per se, but it's
Boy,
certainly a game. It's a card game, and so we're gonna have fun on that. So it'll be experimental, and
yeah.
you
If you guys
guys,
like it, we'll get more packs for you guys, and we'll continue that.
it'll just be a series of videos on our channel, really, that we could do.
Yeah.
You know, as
They
we
have a
get more
period
packs or
pack.
whatever, or you know,
They
if we're
have a
able.
they have a they have a period pack.
Oh my god,
No.
we're gonna have to.
That's gonna be the worst one yet.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, so that's our we have high hopes for 2021. So
yes.
and hopefully next Christmas and
If
you
they don't
know
press the big red button.
yeah, let's hope next holiday season will be better. Let's hope everyone has a great 2021
Yes.
year. And
Yes.
we'll see you guys next time on our next video.
See you guys.
See ya.